Yo, guys, what's going on?
What's
PA's
going on,
back
everybody?
here with
I
Zach.
saw, I saw John R. in the house. This is the second chat I've seen him in today.
All right, what's up, John? All right, Buddy Pigs is in here. Oh my God!
I think he should be calling in real soon.
Right, links at the top.
Oh, in search of gold. You didn't pin it though, so it might have got buried.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Hello, Aqua,
Now
Buddy
it's been.
Diggs, Mama Bird, Shannon Dalton. Saw Mary in the house. Hello, Miss Mary.
Hi, Mary. Thought I heard something. In search of gold.
She's been
What's
fairly
going
ple-
on?
She's been fairly pleasant lately.
Yeah, I've seen that. Lucky us.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, it's still an alligator, and she's got sharp teeth, but she's been keeping them tucked in.
Jamie's in here. Blister and Barnacles.
Hello, Blister.
Mama Bird. Finders. Finders
Finders
keepers.
keepers.
Glad to see Rob. Watching some of his show this morning. Was glad to see he didn't fare too badly down there in Florida.
No,
Some
they
people
got off
got
pretty lucky.
where some people got wiped out, man.
I mean, people got wiped out, but that thing didn't hit land nearly as strong as they were saying it was gonna.
Right. I
Hello,
got
Joey.
uh I got my sister-in-law down there in Brandon, which is right outside Tampa. She had 100-year-old tree in her backyard. It's huge, man. And they had to cut just about all the branches off it so it didn't fall in the house. All the
Did their
limbs.
did their house make it out all right though?
Oh yeah, yeah. They got some water in the street. You know what I mean? It's like 10 miles outside of Tampa, so it wasn't too bad. Adrian, what's up? Joey Brown.
As long as your freaking roof didn't blow off or nothing, you did pretty good considering it's a hurricane.
There was a video out there. A guy put stakes in the ground and ratchet strapped his roof with these big giant ratchet straps, dude. It's crazy. Good idea
But
though.
ratchet strapped his roof down, huh?
Ratchet strapped his roof down, dude. It was pretty funny, man.
I don't
It
know.
worked.
I don't know, man. I think if I'm that scared, I'm just gonna grab my stuff and leave.
Jason E. Miner, what's going on?
I mean,
Gentlemen prospectors up in here.
I think the stupid random tornadoes they had did more deaths than the hurricane did.
Right. I know St. Pete got hit hard.
Yeah, I was watching some drive around videos of Fort Myers, and it wasn't that bad, but I was surprised how many empty lots there were in the cities from previous buildings that had been torn down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty surprised about that. I mean, it was
Yeah,
bad. Don't get me wrong, a freaking hurricane went through, but they weren't. It wasn't massive devastation.
right. My
Those
daughter
torn.
was in Port St. Lucie on the east side. She said the wind was really, really bad, and she works at the sheriff's department, so she had to work, so she couldn't leave. Joseph Nolan,
Yeah, on a horrible day, we can get 60-mile-an-hour winds up here, but that's rare.
a couple Miller prospecting bags going through.
Oh, is that what you got?
Yeah,
Would you run out of
8 round
cons?
bags. I got cons, dude. I just got to clean everything up. It's a mess. I got a nice 2 foot by 4 foot metal cabinet that they were chucking at work, and I'm gonna put that in there and put a table on it. It's gonna be pretty nice. Put some of that stuff away.
You been to the store and see what they want for stupid metal cabinets?
Like $400, man.
They're proud of those. It's cheaper to go buy a cheap gun safe and just use it as a cabinet. You know, if you just get one of the off brands because you don't care about the lock or whatever,
Right.
it's cheaper to buy a supposed gun safe and use it as a cabinet than a metal cabinet from Home Depot or Lowe's.
I thought there was one or two pieces in there, man. Wow, look at that.
Maybe you're losing your touch.
No, I was just looking through it when it was dry before, I was pacifying it. That's a nice little. plus 8-inch stuff. Pretty cool.
A3 Skywarrior is saying it's his birthday. I don't know if he's being truthful, but happy birthday, A3.
Happy birthday! I just had one last Monday.
Mine was about a month ago. Hang on. Yeah, I pretty much ruined birthdays for everybody. You never know who's telling the truth anymore.
In the
Is that
bigs,
all?
it's pretty cool.
That was all
Yeah, I
gold?
didn't even. Yeah, I didn't even do anything for my birthday. I got my tooth drilled.
I didn't.
Somebody booped up. I had to get a cap on my tooth. It broke. John R.
Nice, Jason.
What's up, John R? Yeah, so
Same shit, different day.
I had to get a cap on my birthday.
Oh, John.
That sucks. What's up, Zaxxon? What's up, everybody in chat?
Where are you driving to, and why does it look like you're driving through a storm?
It's kind of cloudy here, if you could see.
Hi, Taz.
And I am driving back with my food for lunch, if you want to say.
Oh, you're at work?
I haven't had a day off in since the beginning of September, I want to say.
I feel you, brother.
Well, besides having the one day off for my dog's surgery, but other than that, I haven't had a day off since like the beginning of September.
Nice little picker.
Love it when they don't fit down the straw.
Oh yeah, or when they get stuck in the straw, tip of the straw.
Hello, Georgian.
Jeez.
Jordan, what's up? See that, buddy Biggs? Giving you gold fever even worse, brother.
He's already got gold
Oh,
fever.
he got it
Come
bad.
on now.
Buddy knows
He's
all
got
about
that
fever.
He just won't admit to it.
Poor guy's had it so long, we should rename it Buddy Fever.
That's a good one. Buddy fever.
He's got Buddy Fever for sure. No, we were on Buddy had a stream the other day, and he had the title saying Silent Live. Nobody who went in there, I asked him, I'm like, did anybody else come in here because they figured there was no way Buddy could do a Silent Live? Everybody in chat was like, yeah, well, yeah. Trick was he set his phone down and walked away.
Shine Dome, what's going on, brother?
In Search of Gold, wants to know where you can buy a nice high banker that's not too expensive.
Mine was $1,300 plus $700 for the pump plus $165 for the nozzle plus $300 for the hoses.
That sounds expensive, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I'll let you water guys handle that question because I have no freaking clue. Actually, if you watch Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you can find some guys old setup or stuff like their wives or girlfriends or whatever getting rid of after they're gone. You can get some pretty good deal.
Well, John Wrench got his for $500, man, from a guy not too far from me. He got lucky, man.
Yeah, he got very lucky with that high banker.
It was a piglet.
I don't know if it was a high banker, but I saw a whole bunch of good gold equipment for like $400 one city away from me. I'm like, damn, that's nice stuff.
Creed got a deal too. He got himself a huge setup with the gold cube, a 4-stack. He got the classified tray. He got the trommel, I think, with it. He got another A52. He got a whole bunch of pans, like anything you could think of. And forgot how much he paid for. He said in his video. I was in Ben Fork's video earlier.
Yeah. You all right, brother? I heard you you hurt your knee there for a minute. I hope everything's good. You almost put a PA and fell in.
Yeah.
All right, here's one for you. Here's one for you. Who the hell was asking? Whoever was asking about a high banker. This is a homemade setup. It looks like a square 5-gallon bucket with a screen on top, hooked up on what appears to be about a 6-foot sluice. Oh, must add water. That's not a screen. That's the water jet. There is a separator screen. Just add water.
Yeah.
Donkey said the Geo high banker from High Plains too.
Maybe. Yeah, that one. This one right here.
Thanks, Sean.
That's a good homemade setup.
Who said that about the high banker? I
All
couldn't
right,
find it.
guys. I just got back to work. I'm gonna go in there and hurry up and eat my lunch, and I gotta start fucking running this damn machine again. So
All right, brother. Thanks for stopping up, man.
Start
yeah, I'll be in
running.
chat.
Start
I
running
may
a
come back up
start
and
running a live
show
of
you
just the
guys.
machinery running, and you can do one of those ASM videos and become a YouTube billionaire.
Right?
Yeah, right. Hey, I may come back up here. I don't know. I'm gonna see how it is. Hopefully, it stays running because I've been having a hard time with it today. Every time I speed it up, it wants to jam up. So slow and steady wins the race today, I guess.
Yes,
Whatever.
sir. Have a good night, brother.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right.
All right, guys.
Finders is asking how work's been. I've been working on the weekends and getting it done, brother, and getting used to it again. So work's been
Rock
pretty good.
Butcher in the house.
Yo, Jim. I was in search of gold that was asking, guys, where can I buy a nice high banker, not too expensive?
Yeah, I just saw one, a Keen Mini Max. Doesn't look like it's too bad of a thing. You just got to look around.
Yeah. Some people
Oh,
they
you guys are gonna kill me. A Keen 2-inch gold dredge, $1,200.
that's not bad.
That's pretty good. They're 2,200 regular. All the parts are with it.
Hmm.
Facebook, you stuff.
Links pinned at the top if anybody wants to come up. Hey Taz, what's going on, buddy? How's work for you, man? Work for me has been busy, busy. Taz be working at the train with the trains, man. They make good money.
Which one? Oh, Taz.
He's he's working at the train yards.
Good.
I think.
Good money, good retirements.
Van Force got a bunch of pounds. Cool. Hope you were on it, brother.
Hello, Charlene.
Charlene, what's up? How are you? How you been? Charlene's always commenting on my videos. I haven't posted too many lately. It's just looking at that. It's been a couple months since I posted a video. All things country.
Hello, all things. Well, you know, the whole lack of days off kind of cuts into your video time.
Yeah.
I
Missed
won't.
like the last three outings, you know?
I won't ever post another video of gold panning. I don't think. You know,
I had
prospecting's different, but just panning a pay dirt, I ain't gonna waste my time.
I had my plane ticket and all, man, for GP's event. And they asked me to work and I'm like, son of a bitch.
You should probably be glad you didn't go, man. I heard there was gluttonous amounts of alcohol and trailers everywhere,
Right.
and badly for you.
Yeah, I heard some of them didn't get up till 3 o'clock the next day.
Yeah, we were streaming with Wrench the night before. He didn't exactly catch up on sleep before he left for the event either.
Right. we go. Some nice shiny in the bigs.
Hello, Jason Hunter.
Got it.
Well, I'm sure the wife's glad you're out of her hair.
She said she misses me now.
She doesn't miss you. She misses the stuff you were checking off of that honeydew list. Honey, fix this. Honey, fix that. She's like, dang, just about when I was going to get my gazebo.
Taz got 10 pounds of agates and jasper. Cool.
Nice, Taz. Depending on where you're at up there, look up the geology of. I think you guys are Michigan. Look up the geology of Michigan, and a lot of times those railroad beds, they didn't care what they cut through. You know, they didn't care if they were going through courts, this or that, anything like that. And it's railroad property, so people aren't allowed to be screwing around out there. You could, the train tracks could run right through a nice vein that could be a pay streak for you, or at least different kind of rocks. But I've seen some people on the sides of highways up in Alaska or on the sides of train beds, and they're like, they cut right through a pay streak, but it doesn't matter to them because they're a railroad and they wanted a track through. So they just bulldoze the stuff off and throw it off to the side.
Yep, flattened it out and slapped down the railroad ties and the track.
I didn't realize that. I know I told the story. I didn't realize it, but I was always under the impression that every road in the desert went somewhere until I started running onto too many of these roads on the side of the mountains that just go up the side of the mountain and stop. And what I learned was, I forget who I learned it from. It might have been from Doug. In the 40s, 50s, 60s, they did what they called bulldozer prospecting, and basically they would use a bulldozer and cut the hill, and they'd have a geologist work behind the bulldozer, days later, whatever, work behind the bulldozer looking for the types of veins they want to see to be able to exploit. So they have a bulldozer go cut a road on the side of the hill, and the geologists would go look, and they're like, there's nothing here that's worth our time. Or they,
right.
Start a mine. That was what they started doing once they get once they got the power to be able to move off, the top couple of feet of soil and see what the veins actually were. Hello, Alaskan.
The rock butcher said he's heading back up to the local amethyst mine next weekend to get some more buckets of specimens. $30 per bucket. Nice.
I'm more interested in where Rock Butcher's been. I haven't seen much of him lately. He's probably been down there in China running around in some mines. He is our world traveler,
Yeah, he's all over the place, man. Always find some nice gold in these Miller bags, dude.
Poor Rock Butcher. He's been with that with the Arizona project all for however long. Sucker's probably lost 20 pounds in sweat alone.
Did he go back down there? Is that what he said?
He said he's been down there.
Nice.
It's still hot down here, man. Summer won't give up. It's not horrible, but up until last week, we were still 100 every day.
Rock butcher, they got $10 million. That means you're gonna get some pay there, brother.
Nice. Joseph Knowlton's pin.
He's paying? little bit of fines in there.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We'll snuff them up.
Absolutely. I actually did some panning a week or so ago too.
Did you do any video in that?
Nope. I'm not videoing him anymore.
Got the That's Gold pan from over in Australia. Andrew hooked it up and sent me one, which is very cool.
Who did?
At That's Gold. Andrew over in Australia. I was like, wow, man, cool pan. He's like, what's your address?
That's nice.
Sent me a bag of pay dirt, too, somewhere in here. This little bag of pay dirt here. We'll have to go through that one of these nights. Dr. Johnny Fever Biggs.
Oh, now he's a doctor, huh?
We got it. They got him out on the creek, man, and it's over for him, dude. Like over. You know how it is once you get out on the creek.
No, actually, I wouldn't. We don't have those things around here. I've been invited up to, or I've been invited up to look at Carson's operation sometime. Sure, I'll get up there sooner or later.
That'll be a good time.
Well, he wants me to take him out to some of the closer mines that I have the good veins in, or that I see the good
Right.
veins in. I don't know. Carson's an ambitious guy. He might claim those or harvest them, whatever.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
If I ever got a saltpater, that's what I'm going out and grabbing. It'll be straight hard rock, seeded hard rock. Now you see where you guys messed up with Buddy Biggs is you guys took him down to the river. What you got to do is keep him on the barbecue grill and just bring him up buckets of cons to go through while he's watching the food.
I heard that brisket was pretty good, man, that he had up there.
I've heard the same thing.
But he likes that idea, Zach.
Yeah, I'll bet he does. He knows good and well he can throw that brisket in the grill and not even think about it for 2 hours while he's panning dirt that somebody else dug up for him. That sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. You dig it, you haul it, I'll pan it. You just got to watch the smoke rise.
We'll bring him. We'll bring him cons, and he'll run him through the cleanup, buddy.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Nice offset smoker. Oh yeah, smoking that barbecue all day long, man. That's what I've been doing. Nice pudding stone. That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, sorry, I was gone for 4 or 5 weeks, man. I was just kind of pissed off at YouTube for not monetizing me when they were supposed to, and now they're dropping my hours and all that, taking my sub from me. So, it's all good. But I'm back. I know it's the politics I post, so it's all good. Their time is almost up. Nice little shiny in there. Snuff it up. Mm, piece of fool's gold there. Yeah, it's all good. I just can't keep my big mouth shut, buddy. He was making fun of you. Yeah, he's a great dude, man. Yes, sir, Miss Aaron. Its owners. Its owners are part of the machine. Yeah, I'm not too quiet, Mary. I'd say what's on my mind. I was supposed to be down over the weekend. I was supposed to be down JP and them. Couldn't make that neither. I had to work yesterday. Yeah, is that true, Mary? You gonna be paying a pay dirt soon or what? That's what it's all about, buddy. Getting together with friends and having a good time, man. Find a little gold, that's a bonus. I heard you was gonna get a pay dirt bag or two, Mary. Wonder who could it be? Who could it be from? Marvin Huff, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
I'm back for a
My
minute.
spell, my spell checker's going a little wonky too, Taz. Crazy.
I think yours is bad. You should try them out in the heat. I had to have my kid go in and change my emergency contact, basically 911, I had to
Hmm.
have them change the number of that because it would get hot and it would call 911 on me while I'm working.
Wow.
So we had to delete the emergency call number from my phone and change it to something else because you can't go without one, I guess, to something else so it would stop calling 911. Kind of annoying.
All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Appreciate it.
Later, buddy. Hello, Marvin.
What Scott was in here, Aaron?
You said what?
Uh, Akadoc said later, Scott. I was wondering who that was.
That was probably Bent Fork because he says he's got to run.
Oh, put them pair bags out for sale, Mary. Nobody will mind. We're all about
You
helping each other here.
what? Mary's trying to sell pay dirt?
I believe so. Said she don't want to step on nobody's toes, though.
Oh, Mary, the best way to handle that is to send it all to me and let me deal with it. I'll be like your ambassador to the gold community. Just make sure you keep the gold separate.
And it's a and it's an authentication service too, as well.
Absolutely, we wouldn't want to send out anything that was less than
Right.
certified.
Who only send back the real gold.
Actually, to be honest with you, Mary, if you don't need to right now, I would recommend holding it because while there's always a chance that gold price will go down, just purely due to inflation um, and what gold price is doing right now, the longer you hold it, the more it's worth. I mean, what are we up? Gold's up $600 this year, isn't it?
I think it's 2,600 right now.
26 something, yeah.
Got it.
What a crap.
DB, what's going on? Welcome. Vester, what's going on, brother? Tomcat Josh. Joseph said he had enough kids, Zach. You can imagine how you're feeling.
Well, there's no such thing as quiet. Hello, Vester.
We had all the 15 grandkids over there last night, man, at the party.
15?
15. They was running all over the place, man.
I think I would have pulled my old man needs a nap routine, and I would have been gone.
Nah, they were good. They're good kids, man.
Yeah, you spend the time you can with them.
They're all good kids. I always check the older kids that are giving them a hard time. I'm like, yo, man, nobody stopped you from having a good time when you were a kid. All right, Grandpa.
Yeah.
We got a boop. And a boop. Who's booping us? Rock Butcher. Yo, Rock.
I'm muted. Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Is that long time no see? No, man, I've been flat out. They just raised 10 million bucks and creating jobs for Americans, buddy. How's that grab you?
I like it.
Your favorite Canadian geologist creating American jobs.
That's awesome.
I don't know, it feels good. At any rate.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just happy to be part of it. It's a good show down there. I was mentioning earlier on there the Thunder Bay Amethyst. I don't know if Zach's and how well this is going to show up or not, but this is real vuggy. I mean, the whole thing. You can see the size of it.
Mama bird.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, like that's. Oop! I got to look at the camera and then look at the.
See, that's not even. I'm no geologist, obviously you are, but that's still early formation amethyst, right?
Oh yeah, this is real high end stuff. Real just top of the deposit. They're not super big. They're maybe 1/8 of an inch kind of size crystals, but they're perfect. But that specimen right there in a rock shop is $600 Canadian all day.
Wow.
So that's what, 400 American or something like that, guaranteed.
And you're selling buckets of that for $30 a piece?
No. That's what I pay the mine.
No, sir. You
No.
Yeah, you did say that. I heard
I would
you.
like a bucket. I would like to send a bucket to my good friend PA.
Yeah.
Send a bucket to Mama Bird.
That's right.
And I would also like to purchase one bucket for you to sell in those Canadian rock shops to get me some of that $600 a chunk.
Exactly. No, it's a great deal. It's a lot of fun too with the kids, eh?
No, 600 Canadian is about 400 US.
Yeah, and they give you these little 3-gallon buckets, which, to be honest, once you've filled that completely tightly as full as you possibly can with rocks, that's about all you can carry. Especially for a kid, And so, like, that's Dad, carry this up the hill for me, kind of thing. But no, you
Wait
get
a minute.
back to.
You're supposed to be carrying for me.
That's right. That's right. But you get back to the rock shop and they've got they got a setup there with tables and water and brushes and stuff, so you can actually scrub it. And if you don't want it, you just chuck it in this bin. And
chuck it in a bin conveniently labeled rock shop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You scrub it, and if you don't want to throw it in this bin, we'll
throw it in the bin. That's right.
Sure.
And I mean, I went in that bin, and the last time I was up there, and I found just as much really cool stuff as I'd found in my own bucket. So, I ended up getting a bunch of it. But yeah, you buy a bucket for $30 off the mine, and you end up with $1,000 or more worth of specimens if you can be bothered to sell them.
See, now the problem is they need to limit who they offer that $30 bucket to and how long you can be there, because they could tell you $30. You could go around there for about 8 hours and go walking out there with a $20,000 bucket.
Oh yeah.
What kind of work do you do? I work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Why do you have all the best of the best in your bucket? I just got a sharp eye.
Yeah. I've got a good eye for it. Yeah. No, they've got an actual rock shop on site, and man, they've got stuff like the size of your body to put in your front yard, and they sell them for $2,000+ It's absolutely nuts. Yeah.
Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. What's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Sorry, Rob.
Tomcat Josh.
Yeah, no, you totally need a fork truck or something to deliver it and drop it off.
Right.
I'm pretty sure your wife probably has a no rock rule at your house, rock.
No. Being Mongolian and Buddhist, like they're all into the crystal thing and everything. We've got beautiful specimens all over the house.
Oh, she's not even into you. She just likes the rocks you bring home.
That's it.
And the cash. She's like, hey.
Yeah, she doesn't mind the paycheck. Yeah, that's right.
Brings home a paycheck and rocks I like. That's
right. Yeah, that's it.
Bring me home cool rocks and money.
Yeah. This year will be 18 years for us.
God bless.
I can't believe it.
How does it work when you're crossing Canada to U.S. with samples?
No big deal. No problem at all. No. And I just say I got some rock samples. And they're like, yeah, okay. Any dirt on them? They're worried about dirt. But no, I just say, no, they're all nice and clean.
Oh. Because I was just curious, because if you could run paydirts up there, it'd be like selling crack, all the money people are saving on shipping.
That's the thing with when you get into dirt, it all depends on the guy or the gal you get at the border.
Right.
What they're really concerned about is bacteria contamination that might get into farming. And I mean, we've got the world's longest undefended border. If the bacteria wants to go from Manitoba to North Dakota, it only has to move about 1/8 of an inch and it's good to go, But if I come across the border with mud on my shoes, they get upset. So, yeah. When it comes to pit, you can do it. It's not that hard. It's a lot easier to do it in person than it is,
through the mail,
by mail or by airplane.
I still love that one little part of the U.S. that's completely landlocked by Canada and water.
Yeah. Up by Winnipeg. Yeah.
It's like the guys on this side, they don't have any weapons. The drunk redneck on the other side, he's like, I got plenty out.
There's another one of those just south of Vancouver. I think it's called Point Roberts, and it's a little haven it's like the tip of a peninsula, and it's the United States, and it's completely surrounded by Canada as well. Yeah, just the old timers back in the day didn't communicate well when they were doing their surveying from one team to another.
Yeah, you need a passport to get over, don't you, or something like that?
Yeah, you can at Point Roberts. You can. Well, in the old days, all you needed was a driver's license, but now you need your passport.
Crazy. I thought that was on the east side. I guess I'm wrong.
I used to just hand the guy my iCard. He'd take one look at it, my Army iCard. He'd hand it back to me and say, "Have a good day." That was, going across the border back then, but. That was then, and this is now, I guess. So I hear you're pulling some pyrite out of there, are you?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Nice little piece.
I didn't get to watch the video yet. Did anybody watch Jeff Williams' video about turning pyrite into gold or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. He roasts it. And what? You're not turning it into, but you're getting the gold out of the pyrite.
Yeah.
And he roasted it up, and he's a lot of fun to watch.
I saw that it rides with it when it's forming. So There's definitely some in there.
What's a driver's license? It says Joseph Knowlton. So where's this paydirt from?
Miller Prospect Patreon bags.
Okay. I can't believe I'm down here in the basement. We got damn fruit flies down here too. Friggin' October and we still got fruit flies. Oh, hang on a sec. I'm being hailed by the horde. Kids, can't live with them, can't shoot them.
Pretty much. There's always
Hard to
something.
believe this is a 3D printed pen.
Wow.
Did you sand it?
It's actually pretty smooth, Zach. I didn't really have to.
I think one of the things is I'm not a 3D printer expert, but I think one of the things is the quality of the printer and the laydown speed, like the thickness you choose. So if somebody chooses to go with real thin applications where it's going to take a lot longer, then they'll have a whole lot less grooves and stuff like that in it.
Dan, Abe's Home Zoo prospecting in the house.
Yeah, I saw one that was done by 3D printing, and you could actually see the printing, the rings around on the inside of it. But at the end of the day, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
So
it depends on the material too. There's stronger material that like you said, lays down better.
Yeah,
and then there's the regular stuff.
As long as it's sturdy enough to take the weight, then yeah.
This is heavy duty. It's 3/8 thick, on the band.
Yeah, right on.
A couple of people did videos on how the 3D printer plans were stealing gold, keeping a little bit of gold in the grooves. And I agree, yeah, they would, but they're not going to keep enough to matter. Right. Especially if you're using the same pan continuous. I mean, on the absolute high side, what could you get stuck in there? Half a gram of fines?
Yeah.
Backbreaking metal detector.
Anybody who's bitching about that probably shouldn't use a
silicone
mat.
Julie put out a video from Banshee Mining.
Julie did one, but a couple other people did too. There's just you're not going to lose enough gold for it to ever matter.
Yeah, I actually got a couple pans from Eric at RPE, and I had to sand the bottom out because there was little micros getting stuck in the bottom. But once I sanded it out smooth, it was good,
Who's Mary talking to? She says Marvin. Oh, Marvin. Yeah, Marvin. Okay, Marvin. Because he's mentioning fruit flies as well. Yeah, they're bad. I don't use water, though. I put a little bit of beer or something like malt vinegar or red wine. My wife, actually, the one that's upstairs in the kitchen right now, has a half an ounce of red wine in it and a drop of dish soap.
You ever done antifreeze?
No. For engine antifreeze for fruit flies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, any flies.
Okay.
You get the old green stuff that's still sweet,
mm-hmm.
Old school green antifreeze, and you put it up there, and they're attracted to the sweet, and they jump down there and take a drink, and they just don't make it out. Plus, it's so heavy they can't fly out. So they just. Wow. We used to do that at the shop on the bad fly years. We just set up a little bucket of antifreeze up somewhere and empty it out in a week or two.
Got you.
Yeah, don't set it down on the floor, or you'll wipe out every cat in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Cat won't drink antifreeze.
Oh, really? I thought cats and dogs were really into it because it was
sweet. A dog will.
Oh, okay.
A dog will drink poison, but a cat won't. A cat won't drink poison. Something about what they smell. They smell it. They smell it different. They understand it's poison. Cat, you can't poison a cat. At least not with antifreeze.
Back in the day, the old cowboys wouldn't drink the water unless the horses drank it because the horses wouldn't drink bad water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Weldon Carey.
So, well, ooh, come on, I give my boy Ratchet.
Hey, welcome,
Ratchet,
Gary.
man.
Be right back.
Yeah, I haven't had time to put out any new content, but
Neither
it's
have
been a
I.
while since I put in and out. But I'll
It's
I'll
gotta be
maybe
3
put something
months.
together when we get up. Yeah, I'll put something together when I get up to
For
that
me,
end
that
of
is.
this mine. No, for me, I'll bet you it's not far off 3 months. But
Yeah.
you see, the problem is like when you're working for a company, you know, there's things that you're not supposed to put out there, right? You know, because it comes down to shareholders get to understand things first, and so you can't, you know, put out publicity. So I got to be really, really careful
What you put out, yeah, I understand.
about how you know, oh, look at our drill's turning, and all of a sudden someone says, yeah, you're working down at Red Rock Canyon, and then bing, the SEC gets involved. They're like, why are you filming it? Oh no, that was Jim doing that all by himself. And next
Yeah,
thing I'm in the who's gal.
we had this really cool concrete machine, and my other company, they didn't mind if I shot some video, you know, as long as I didn't have people's faces in there and names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My new company said, no, don't do that. But this concrete machine was really, really cool, man, to lay floors. And it was like a remote control buggy. There was 2 sections to it, and it would just spread out the concrete, you know, before pouring floors for like big stores and stuff like that.
Really?
You'd have guys in there pulling a hose around, man. It was heavy as shit. But this machine was awesome, and I wanted to drop a video on it, and I did, and I asked first, and they were like, "No, don't do that." So.
All right, we'll see you boys when you're back. Don't be long. My son and his buddy are going out to the local coffee shop.
It's still early over there, right, Brian?
It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. I'm the same time zone as you.
Oh, right.
But it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. So happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everybody. The frost comes on the pumpkin here before it comes on the pumpkin down there. Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
not much fine stuff in there either. It's all small chunkies.
That's why I like being a Patreon with Miller, because he hooks it up.
Okay. Yeah.
We get a bag every month, and you know it's worth it being a Patreon because you get something back from it. You know.
That's Mark Miller Prospecting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Miller Prospecting, Dylan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does pay dirt reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, there's another piece hiding.
Yeah, they had, of course, Thanksgiving coming up. They had turkeys on sale. They had hams on sale. So I went and bought one of each. Ended up smoking the turkey early, cooked the ham early. And now I'm like, to the kids, what do you want guys want to eat? They're like, beef. So I went and got a 3-rib prime rib roast.
Nice.
And so I'm going to do that on the Weber over charcoal there tomorrow. So that'll be supper. They always come out real nice on that charcoal. Boy, oh boy. Yes, Joseph, Canadian Thanksgiving is precisely the same as American Thanksgiving. It's just a month earlier. Yeah. This year,
I don't know what we're doing.
This year we'll be giving thanks that Justin Trudeau is going to get voted out in about 6 months.
Woohoo!
Get rid of that communist.
Send him back to Cuba with his daddy.
Exactly. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. It's like how to take a perfectly good nation and turn it into a sewer trap. You know, it's
when he froze the people's bank accounts at the truckers,
my
I
God.
knew it was over for him.
Hello, freaking. Very nice, PA. That's a good deck and wrench.
That's a load.
That's two Miller. That's 2 bags from Miller Prospecting.
Okay. Wow.
About a gram and a half, I would say,
Yeah.
if not more.
Yeah. A little more, maybe.
Not bad at all. Nice little smile. So I became another year older last Monday and had
Oh,
my face drilled.
happy belated birthday to you.
I'm 27 with 29 years experience.
Perfect. So we're both right about the same age.
Archaeology and gold. What's up? Yeah, I just turned
Hello, gold.
56. I'm on borrowed time, guys. I after having a heart attack in 2020, I didn't think I was going to make it this long.
You just turned 56?
Yeah,
You're the same age as me then. I'll be 57 this November. I
next
think.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a year older than me.
Yeah.
Culver, what's going on, brother?
Hello, Culver.
Bacchus, freaking awesome. Hi guys,
Yeah.
how you been?
Yeah, my birthday's on the 22nd of November. And every time you turn the TV on my birthday, all you hear is some guy named John F. Kennedy getting whacked. And you never see a video about me being born. It's just all about some guy
Right.
named JFK. Like, I don't know what the deal is, you know.
Yeah, I mean you're a world-renowned archaeologist. You should get a little recognition. You know what I mean? Christ.
That's re-owned. If you look at the bottom of my title there, it's re-owned. Somebody tried to call me renowned one time, and I backed up like this. I'm like, oh my God, don't say that. Please don't say that. But you can call me re-owned because I've been married twice. So I'm the world re-owned geologist. That works just fine. Yeah, no serious, no shit. Those guys, actually, it was those guys in Arizona. They wanted to put out a press release saying world-renowned geologist Jim, and I'm like, no, don't, because I'll never ever live that down. Like, it's a really small community, you know, and I could just see it, man. We'd be going out for beers, and you know, I'd be with a bunch of my classmates or ex-colleagues or whatever, you know, like just people you see once a year kind of thing. And they'd be like, no, you can't sit with us, man. We're not good enough. Like, you're world renowned. You are. And I'm like, don't sit with us. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, recycled is another good word there, Buck. It's like world recycled geologist. Yeah.
John R. back in the house. What's up, brother? Hope work is going well. I'm already getting ready to put trips in for next year. I'm going to have Freedom Fest. I'm going to probably do Thermal City in July again, at July 4th. And then JP's Bash.
Right on.
The
Those
Baylors
guys,
are shut
those,
down,
those,
John.
those guys down there just got hammered by that Helene, eh?
Yeah, they did, man.
James,
Marion, I was just looking at pictures of Marion. Like, we go into Marion all the time to go shopping and stuff like that.
yeah.
And it was underwater, man. Like,
Yeah,
completely. It was
yeah,
like 5, 6, 8 feet deep. Like, it was insane, man.
it was nuts. Yeah, James, what's it, Sasquatch Prospect, and he sent me some video from down there at Lucky Strike in Thermal City, and it was like the whole campground was underwater.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the water was all the way up to JP's trailer, and he's like, the creek's here, and then there's a road, and then there's more more trailers, and he was like, luckily he didn't get flooded. So
Yeah. Well, we.
yeah, I heard it's going to be a different venue this year, Mary. So and Dan wants me to come to you, but I'll tell you, man, I was ready to go this year, and my trains went in my truck. Cost me like I think it was 9,000 something said and done. For the extra time down in Thermal City, and I was down there for almost 2 weeks, two and a half weeks.
That was nuts, man.
Yeah, but it's working good. So I was going to be out there this year, brother. We had a good time at Freedom Fest, though. That was awesome. Yeah, we went all the way to Freedom Fest. Wrench came down, and we drove out there, and that's probably when the trans ate itself up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when it finally went. And then my next trip, which was in June, May was Freedom Fest, and when I went down to Thermal City in June, that was it. It was done.
Yeah. 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 If it ain't one thing, it's another with trucks, man. Like I'm just now I'm looking at my front end shocks. I go over the curb to pull into my driveway, and my truck goes boom, boom. it's, it's like, yeah, okay, I need new shocks.
some kind of silver or something, isn't it? Backus on some kind of silver or something.
Hello, DJ.
DJ, what's up, buddy?
Ultimately, there's not a lot you can do on the transmissions. The modern transes are running such high fluid pressures. If it doesn't eat up the gears or the clutches, it just eats up the valve bodies. You just buy them planned obsolescence. Know they're going to fail at X number of miles, and you're doing another one.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can ever do for yourself is a bigger, better transmission cooler. But you got to make sure you get the right kind. Some of them are just there for looks, and some of them actually do something. There's
Right.
a certain transmission cooler that works a lot better, but after that, they just go when they go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try this name, GJ Gaspizi.
Yeah, I just said GJ. I wasn't going to try.
Hopefully, I said that right. Welcome to the show.
Andrew Ditch, best avoided.
Yeah, I read that too. I don't understand it.
I don't know who Andrew Ditch is, but
That's not Andy from Norway, is it?
Oh, where's Andy been, dude? Like he ain't even come around no more. I'm a little upset.
Damn guy. Came by for a good time and left.
Yeah, one time, like Zach had him chasing spiders, dude, with his knife. That was funny. You missed that, Jim. That was a good time.
yeah. I don't know. My rule with spiders is if I can see their teeth, they die.
Yeah, we had this guy from Norway come in one night. We were one of them 5 hour long lives that I used to do when I wasn't working, and yeah, man. Hey, Andy was going. He had big bricks of hash, dude, and stuff all the way out, doing lines. Like, Jesus Christ!
It's like
Thinking,
it's like 5 o'clock in the morning where he was, and he had apparently not slept for probably several weeks.
Yeah. I guess.
We had HD up here, me, PA, Andy. I don't know if anybody else was up, but we had fun messing with him.
yeah, I think All Things Country was in here.
I think he was in chat. There were quite a few people in chat. I mean, it was just one of those slow long streams, and Andy showed up. And that was a cornucopia.
See you, Dan. Have a good night, bud.
Later, Zoo.
Geology and Gold says if I see a spider, they die. Then it rains, man. Come on. I just go after the ones with teeth. If I could see their teeth, they're done, man.
You kind of gotta like Minix's philosophy though. He takes the time to identify good ones and bad ones,
Oh,
and doesn't
Brad
kill them.
Hayden in the house.
really?
Yeah, Brad's been here a while. Yeah, he put a short up on one of them. I'm like, kill it. He says, actually, that guy's doing me a favor keeping the other ones away. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
24 awesome people in the house.
You guys get
I think Gail handed out her first bag of pay dirt recently, I believe.
getting any
Archaeology and gold.
encounters down there, Rock?
We getting any what?
Good snake encounters?
No, they're still they've been pretty subtle this year. There's been a couple, but nothing that Geos couldn't just avoid by walking around them. So
Joseph Knowlton.
yeah, like we haven't had to kill any.
Yeah.
Just sort of get out of the way.
You can get out of the way and let them do what they do. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
I do support the rattlesnake roundups when they're overpopulated or when they're becoming a nuisance to the area.
Yeah,
because there's obviously plenty to get rid of. But if you're seeing one rarely, let them do their business. They got
we're like maybe 2 a week kind of thing. I still haven't seen one, and like I've worked, as you know, all over Africa, all over South America, and I've seen snakes, like deadly snakes. And everybody talks about this mythical rattlesnake that occurs in Arizona, and I've yet to see one. So I've seen pictures the other guys took, but I've never actually encountered one myself.
So you've never seen one, but I'll bet you've been within striking distance.
I'm sure I probably have. But when
they usually let you know, dude.
when I cruise through the bush, I cruise like the breeze. Like it's like I'm not tromping. I'm steady, quiet walking, and I'm sure I've just walked right past them, and they're like, "Yeah, this isn't a problem," So
Mary, let Taz get a scorpion. He'll keep it in the cage. He promises.
I still wear the chaps though. Just
Mary, what kind of woman doesn't let their husband have a scorpion? We all got scorpions too. You definitely need a scorpion, Taz. The best way to bring that home is to just show up with it, and you put the cage down, and she'll be so scared she won't want to touch it, and then now you have a scorpion. Just
he promises to keep it in the cage.
Just tell her something she'll believe, like they keep snakes away or something. She hates snakes more than scorpions.
That's the other thing I haven't seen down there is scorpions. Like when I was in Chihuahua province, like just you could almost hit a baseball across the border from where I'm working in Arizona to where I was working in Mexico, and there were scorpions everywhere. That's the little yellowy brown bastards that give you a real hard sting. And I haven't seen one.
Juro spider?
Some of them are ecology.
Yeah, down there they had the little wee kind of yellow ones. So those were the dangerous ones. And then they had the bigger dark brown ones. And
it's always the little guys.
That was like being stung by a bee. But the little ones, it would lay you up for a day.
With all the activity you got going on, you probably scare everything away.
Probably.
See that, Rock?
What's that? I'd be honored to find the elusive rock butcher in one of my lives. I'm right here, buddy. Bring it. We'll get together for a beer at some point. Whereabouts are you, Aquadonkey? Whereabouts you are you living? Do you know?
He's in Ohio.
Ohio.
Up by Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't pass that way when I'm heading down to Arizona.
David Alphonse of the Art, what's up, brother? Nice to see you.
Yeah.
He saw scorpions in New Mexico, got out the UV light, and got back in the car.
Yeah, I believe you.
We'll just wait that one out.
I believe you. Yeah.
You can see him with black lights?
Mm. Yeah, scorpions fluoresce in black light. Believe it or not. A bark scorpion, that's right. Taz.
Well, just if she doesn't want to let you have a scorpion, just get a tarantula, Taz.
Yeah, big ass transfer like that, dude.
You can bring home a bag of crickets and let her feed it.
He's in Akron, Jim.
Okay, Akron, Ohio. Yeah.
We get lots of scorpions here in San Antone. The wifey just picks them up and throws them out the back door, just like the cats.
Ah,
I'm surprised cats don't kill them.
Taz is your old man. Okay, I didn't know that, Mary. Thanks for letting me know.
Now, the truth is, she's the old lady,
Mm-hmm.
and Taz is the young guy.
Yeah. There's no question about who wears the pants in that house. I don't even have to be Taz to know that answer. Yeah.
Hey, let him have a scorpion. It's only a little black scorpion.
That's it.
Small. It's like big.
No, get him one of those big old 6-inch suckers that can't really hurt you.
Mary, yeah. Stacy sent out those specimens that we did for the Marion fundraiser there for Miss Debbie, and so you should be getting your chunk of silver bearing. What's it called?
Dirt Devil, what's up?
Lead sulfide. At any rate,
Dirt.
you should be getting that this week or early next. I've had a brain fart. What the hell's lead sulfide?
John.
Galena.
See, John ours.
Galena.
I was saying 54 years old or something like that.
I wouldn't have
700 years
guessed.
old.
I wouldn't have guessed that old.
Well, Pat's confirmed that Mary was born in like 1356. So she said 24 days older. So I'm wondering if Taz was born back then too.
When the Mayflower arrived, they threw the rope to her on shore and she pulled them in, right?
I actually did get a new knife for my birthday there, Bacchus. But I haven't been making them since I almost cut my thumb off. And but I'm gonna get back to it soon. I'm actually going to template my new knife that I got and make one of them. Pretty cool. I said, actually, we both make the decision, and she is only 24 days younger than me. He must have got in trouble.
He's sticking up for her. He's trying to get that scorpion, man. I don't blame him. Put that work in.
Freaking. I don't know how freaking does that.
There's an app that flips them.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, he's not giving up the tapes though.
There you go, Taz. They ship right to your door. They're out of stock on the Empires, though.
Mark Miller and the Asylum.
Yeah.
They got Asian Forest. They got Florida Black. They got the Desert Harries. Just the big old Empires they're out of right now. They're out of a few, but.
I saw a Claymore sword yesterday. Very good thing that payday wasn't until Tuesday. You'd have had a sword.
Yeah, real Claymore is worth a bit of money.
Yeah. Good to see you, Mark. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Fickle Prick Prospecting's in the house. What's going on, brother? Loretta,
You
what's
just
going
put the
on?
scorpion in the backyard. And then Mary says, John R., that's easy for a baby to say. No way, man. Scorpions and I do not get along. I was down there working in Mexico, we had this. There was the bunkhouses for the crew, and they had these big common areas, and it was fantastic because the Mexican miners and geologists and the Canadians and the Americans, and there were some Australians that were there and we would all sit together and we would practice English and Spanish and all that kind of stuff. And they had like these really big picnic table areas, and it was all poured concrete. And if you wanted to sit down, like on the rim of the garden or something, you had to brush the scorpions off of it before you actually sat down. It was that bad. And the guys would take a 2-liter bottle, like a plastic Coke bottle, right? And they would pick up scorpions and throw scorpions in the bottle and then put the cap on and shake it around until they all got angry enough that they started fighting each other, And that was kind of what we did for entertainment in Ocampo on the evenings, because there was nothing else to do other than drink beer and tequila and make scorpions fight. Scorpions taste like lobster, so you might have to cook a whole bunch of them, though.
Wow, that sword he saw was $4,000. But the markings would have got me in trouble.
It's a competing clan in my mind. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a real. What clan are you, Tess? I'm Clan Farquharson.
Later,
Going
Buckus.
good, fickle prick. Good night, Bacchus. I'll let you know when I want to get rid of that silver round, but not right now. GP, what are you doing?
So how long's your next trip down in Arizona?
Should be about 2 weeks. I try to keep it to 2 weeks because it's with the whole NAFTA thing. Like as a consultant, I can go down for a certain period of time and give them direction. Like I'm not an employee of the company. I haven't signed an employee contract. I don't get employee benefits or anything like that. But if I start going down there for 3-4 weeks at a time, then it's and over and over and over again, it starts looking like, no, you're actually working for them. Despite the fact I also have clients just north of town here and out to the northwest of here. So I want to kind of avoid that issue. So I just try to keep it to about a week and a half, 2 weeks at a time. It's all totally legal. It's just I don't need the hassle, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the cool things is that mining people. So like, because there's so many transnational mining companies that have mines in both America and Canada, that, for example, if they need a specialist in something in Canada, they've got that guy working or gal working, in Nevada. They could just put them on a plane and send them. And there's no work permit or anything required. It's just like, yeah, I'm going up to do this. And, yeah, okay, have a good time. So one of the few good things to come out of the North American Free Trade Agreement.
That's good. Doesn't keep away from people.
NAFTA, that was a bad deal altogether.
That was a bad deal all the way around, buddy.
Yeah, it was. It destroyed both our countries.
It did. I don't think anybody was happy at the end of that shit, except for the mining guys. But
the only people that were happy were the people in other countries that were paying people $3 a day. They were the only people that were happy.
Precisely, yeah. That's where all the work went.
Yeah. I really loved it when Trump put a stop to that. I loved it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you want to go down there and pay them nothing?" You can pay 60% tariff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop that real quick.
That's it. And,
He said, come back here.
It's funny because the one thing he didn't put a stop to was the cross-border, the mining and the oil industry and all that kind of stuff that stayed in place.
Yeah.
But everything else, like the automotive.
He made them all come back here and start manufacturing back in the U.S.
Yeah.
As soon as he wasn't president again, they ran back to the other countries.
Yeah.
Weldon Carey, welcome back, brother. Wow. Pickle Prick says, back in 7th or 8th grade, a girl in my class wrote in cursive backwards. That was pretty cool. That was intriguing.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, John R. Tell you what, Kamala Harris did an interview the other day, and they asked her, I think it was on The View, which is a shit show, but anyway, they asked her, what would you do different than Joe Biden did? She said, I can't think of anything.
I heard that.
It's just so messed up, man.
Yeah. That was the perfect opportunity if she wanted to actually promote something to do it.
Yep.
And she didn't. Yeah, I heard that.
Keep saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, going to do this. Well, why don't you do it now? You're the president. You think Biden's the president?
Yeah, I must say, as a Canadian, it saddens me to see the division that has been created down in your country between people. You know, I mean, the days of getting on stage and having a debate, shaking hands at the beginning of it, shaking hands at the end of it, and say, well, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do that. And those days are gone, man. And
they want it that way.
It sucks.
It's easier to control people when they're divided.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
That's exactly right, DB.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not calling it a conspiracy. I'm just, it's no conspiracy. It's bald ass right in your face every day on TV. There's no conspiracy about it. The division is real. But I wish Ronald Reagan was still around. Boy, let me tell you, that's all I got to say about that.
I don't think that shits and giggles is in charge of anything. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I think we're completely divided. We're divided by race. We're divided by class, rich, poor. You know what I mean? Middle class. We're all divided all the way around.
It is.
Crazy.
It's nuts. Make sure all of you Americans in the comment section go out and vote. Men died on the beaches of Omaha and Utah to guarantee that you had the right to vote. So do so.
Yep.
If you don't vote, you do not have the right to bitch. And that's my 2 cents.
I remember back in 2016, this guy was talking about all this political stuff at work, and I'm like, we're working, dude. Like, we really don't want to hear that crap. You know what I mean? And I'm like, saying this, saying that. No, he's a black guy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, you keep saying this and that about politics and this and that. I said, who you voting for? He says, I ain't voting for nobody.
Oh.
And I'm like, why not? And he said, I mean, you want to.
What are you doing?
He said, because I didn't get to pick anybody that's going to be running. I said, well, did you go vote in May, dude, in the primaries? He said, no, I didn't go vote in the primaries. I said, well, you ain't got no right, no room to bitch, because
Mm.
that's when you pick the person that's going to represent you in the election. So
Yeah,
you have to get involved. You have to get involved, bro.
yeah,
I said to him, and he's like, nah, man, nah. So
yeah,
the like we were friends, and then it just went south real quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny how people look at that. Like I I completely respect the right of a person to vote, and I won't criticize either side for. I might laugh at one side or the other, but I won't criticize. Like, for example, like my wife. My wife just got her Canadian citizenship this year. I told you that a while back,
Huh?
and this year we have a federal election. And she came up to me the other day and she says, "Well, Jim, how should I vote?" And and I told her, I says, "Well, I know how I'm going to vote, all right, but it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. It's up to you to study who these people are. Who do you
Yep.
think is going to do the best job for you? And
What if
based
they?
on your decision, you cast your vote."
You have to vet your candidates. You
Precisely,
know,
precisely.
and if you don't like a candidate, the next time the election cycle comes around, which is only 2 years, and it happens quick,
You can change
you
it.
need you need to get people in there that are going to represent what you want. Or represent the people. That's the way I look at it. If a candidate's going to represent the people, I can get behind them, and that's when I start looking at them. You
Hmm.
know, start looking
Hmm.
at them and seeing what they did for their entire lives. What kind of work background they have, what kind of
Hmm.
education they have. You know, were they criminals? Did they have criminal records? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
just blindly go up there to vote on voting day and say, "Who's running? Can you show me who to vote for?" It's your job to go put the people in position to run the country and to represent you. If you
Hmm.
don't get involved, you just get what they give you.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
if every citizen would do that, not even just in America, around the entire world, you would have good people representing you instead of people representing banks and lobbyists and stuff like that.
That's right.
So, it's
Yeah.
your job to make sure that the right people are running.
That's
And
right.
nobody understands that. They don't
No.
understand it.
No. Because the people that are presenting themselves for that position, like we used to have an old saying in the army: if you can't do, teach, and if you
Hey,
can't
wrench.
teach, become a politician. And so the people that are lining up to represent you, as your whether it be county or provincial or state or federal, those people that are lining up to represent you probably haven't got a really good solid background um, in real life. Some of them do, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but business or whatever. And so the thing is that all of those people are coming with flaws, and as you say, Dan, like you gotta actually take the time to go through and parse, like, who is this guy,
Mhm.
or this woman, and what do they really stand for, and look back, and then make your decision and vote. Be an educated voter. You have to do that, and don't just vote on feels, man. Like,
No,
it's
no. I mean,
not going to help
you
you.
gotta try to get people to register to vote. Sometimes volunteer for your party or
Yeah,
whatever. Volunteer for the person. When somebody goes to run for office, they have to get 2,500 signatures
yeah,
in this country. You know what I mean? Go knock on them doors and say, "Hey, man, this guy's a great guy." You know what I mean? Go talk to your neighbors. Not like you got to go around the whole community, but
mm,
go to your neighbors and say, "Hey, man, bring the conversation up." And everybody's like, "I don't want to talk about politics, blah blah blah." You know what I mean? Well, you're doing yourself and your country a disservice when you say
sure,
that.
precisely.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I was shocked when I watched. Um, I don't know if you follow this guy Brandon Herrera. He's a gun YouTuber. He's down in Texas, and he actually ran for Congress against an incumbent, and he almost beat him. Like, it was this close. It was this close. But when I looked at the voting turnout, it was like less than 25% of the people showed up to vote. It's
Later, GP.
It's like, why, you're voting for a person who is going to affect, whether it's your taxes or your the services that you get in your community and that kind of thing. And why would 75% of the people couldn't be bothered in Texas to get off their ass and vote? I guess that's what you call a primary.
Well, the reason they don't bother to go out and vote is because they're so lazy. They just think the next guy will vote basically the way they want because they share liking views or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the metropolitan areas overrun their votes to vote for the crap they don't want, then they'll sit and bitch.
Yes,
because it didn't happen.
Because they didn't get up and actually vote. Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking for the person that's going to represent the American people, and I'm not looking for somebody that's going to vote on party lines. Like, you have no business being in politics if you're voting party lines. You're supposed to be representing your constituents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I vote for the politicians themselves too, but the one you have more control over is the actual measures that go up to vote in front of you: fuel tax, home tax, things like that. Those are your votes that are actually going to do something, because the constituents, they're going to do whatever the hell they want once they get in office anyway. I was looking up Robert Kennedy, or whatever, the Kennedy that was running for president.
Yeah.
And first, he tried to get on the Democrat ticket.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take him.
No.
So then he got pissed off and ran on his own. I forget what ticket, and he wasn't going to get anywhere. So he dropped off of that, and
then went Republican
and fully endorsed Trump. All that tells me is you had no loyalties on your issues or things at all. You just wanted to be in.
He's a worm.
First he wanted to run as a Democrat, and he did for a while there, and then he wasn't following along with the agenda of the Democrats, so they booted him out. And then he went independent, and then I heard he went back to Kamala and said, "Give me a position in your cabinet, and I'll endorse you." And then they were like, "Oh, we'll get back to you," and they never got back to him. So he went over to Trump and said, "Give me a position on your cabinet, and I'll endorse you." And now he's riding that boat. So I don't trust the man myself. So
I don't trust any of them.
I'll be right back. Got to run upstairs and grab a beer.
What's up, everybody?
JBC, what's going on, brother? Good seeing you, man. It's been a while.
Sorry, guys, I was busy feeding my face.
I think this is the soberest I've ever seen you stream, Wrench. What happened? Did you forget to stop by the store?
Yeah, Gil.
What's that?
RFK.
You look borderline sober today. Did you forget to stop by the store?
No. I haven't been. My foot's been killing me too bad. I didn't want to slip and hit it and start screaming all over again and trying to keep my foot up and everything. And it's not been working. It hurts.
I agree, DB.
Fickle prick, David, Gail. You got everybody here. Loretta. Freaking awesome.
Hello,
But don't just be cool. E-Rat, Mark Miller, Joseph Nolan. You got everybody in here. Oh, everybody. Look at that.
Glad you stopped up, bro.
Hell yeah. I said I was busy eating. Then I get ready to eat and realized it wasn't cooked, so I threw it back in for another 10 minutes. It was done. So just finished and had to come up. What's up, John R? Oh, man, what a day. Look at that shiny.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah. Couple bags of Miller Prospect and Patreon.
Pretty much, Mark.
What was that from?
Miller Prospect.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna one of these days just grab it all and dump it in the sluice. I keep saying
At
that.
least all your at least all your bulk stuff. just set up your sluice one day and run, a 4-hour live sluice
You wrap in the house.
sluice.
My goal is to get all this stuff out of here, set the sluice right here, so I can run all of this stuff.
Well, the problem is, Wrench, we're going to need to take away your credit card and Cash App for you to get that stuff out of the way, because the pile seems to refill just a little bit faster than it evaporates.
Empty.
I know I got more stuff coming in again. I was going very slow lately. I was trying to save money for to go to JP's and everything, and well, my foot said no to that because I found the flight for a good deal again, just like for Missouri, getting ready. But then I had that 2x8 incident.
I was supposed to go, and they asked me to work, so I was going to take off Friday around 1. Leave work an hour early and get down there by 10:30 or so, or 11 o'clock maybe, and hang out for a day and then come back. But that's dead.
I
It
did get an
works
invite
Saturday.
for a New England event coming up.
I definitely want to hit Vermont before it gets too cold.
Yeah, I hear a friend of ours is back.
I'm just gonna run the camper up there, dude, and park it in that parking lot. We'll go back to None Your Business Creek.
I mind on that one.
I was on the Tell 'em Creek, None Your Business Creek, Mind Your Business Creek.
No Tell 'em Creek. That's another good one I mind on. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Back right in there.
Yeah, remember that parking lot you were going to park in? Park the camper right there, dude. Boom.
Yeah, that'll work.
Make sure they don't have tow-away signs.
Even freaking awesome.
No, it's a park. You can pull campers in.
Yeah, there's no signs there for nothing.
Now that I finally got it fixed.
I know.
The battery was saying all good, but there was a bad cell in it.
Yeah. No, that creek. None of us go mine up there, Joseph, because there's guys with guns up there. Yeah.
Later, DB.
See Joseph Nelson's Creek.
See you, DB. Thanks for stopping in.
Take care, DB.
DB always comments on my stuff.
Yeah, mine too. She's 100%er that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I've sent her a couple of nice specimens over the years. She should be getting another one here this week sometime from 406. It's funny, rather than me shipping it, rather than me shipping it to the States and paying the extra cost of having to ship it to the States, I mailed it to my buddy out in Calgary who was driving down to Montana. And then when he got to Montana, he handed it to the guy in Montana and he mailed it all out. I just gave him, I put $40 US in there and gave him the list of names and so he could ship it all out.
And that was still cheaper?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah. God, oh my God, I can imagine what it would have cost to ship from up there.
Yeah.
Now, can you use pirate ship over there, Jim?
Can I use what?
Pirate ship?
Power ship? I don't know.
Pirate ship shipping.
Pirate ship shipping? I've never heard of it.
Check it out. Pirateship.com. I don't know if you can use it in Canada, but gives you good rates down here. Good shipping rates, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was I was sending sluices out west. It was $50 at the post office,
Mhm.
and it was only 30 on pirate ship.
Yeah,
It's $20 difference.
pirate ship's a pretty good deal. It's not going to be allowed in Canada. They don't allow any reasonably priced anything up there.
No.
If
And
the
they don't allow you to have firearms that are black either, because black firearms are scary firearms.
scary.
We're not allowed to have scary.
As soon as you send your boy back to Cuba, dude, you'll be all right.
I'm thinking of sending them down to you. What do you think?
No, we don't want him down here, dude.
Nah.
He might face the gallows down here.
I wouldn't argue.
I still thoroughly believe that the U.S. should just annex Canada. I don't think they would put up much of a fight.
I think it should be the other way around, actually, because we're a lot cooler than you are. But yeah.
Whoa.
We could accept Trudeau a lot less than you could accept Biden.
Yeah. Well, you see, Canada already has a plan for a possible American invasion, and what?
Well, if you got Biden, you would definitely need some wet wipes.
I'm probably going to go to jail for telling you this, but the plan is that we'll just put cases of Canadian beer along the road about every 500 yards on all the access roads into Canada. And as your soldiers come across, they're going to stop and they're going to drink the beer. And the Canadian beer is so much stronger than the American beer that by the time you get, about a mile and a half into Canada, your entire assault is just going to fizzle completely out. And everybody's going to be laughing, and we'll, do fireworks.
That's an unfair advantage. Just because you guys spend 9 months a year sucking them down in your basement because you can't go outside.
Well, everybody's got to have a strength, right?
We got sunshine. We got to contend with out here. You can't stumble everywhere.
That's it.
That'll work though.
Yeah.
A little.
I thought you said you win.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. I got a good geology story here. If you guys want a lesson in geology, you want to see one?
Sure.
Okay. You don't have to make me big because it doesn't matter. But this, believe it or not, this is a fossil of a plant called Calamites, which is a type of palm tree. Grew during the Carboniferous period when the coal beds were laid down, okay? And I got this fossil as a young boy when my dad got posted to, my dad was a gunner in the artillery, and we got posted to England on an exchange thing. And my family comes from Scotland. So when we were in England, my dad brought me up there. And this is from a coal mine that my family worked in up in Scotland, Polkemet Pit it's called. So that's a fossil of this palm tree, okay? Now, years and years and years later, 97 as a matter of fact, I was diamond drilling. See that's a piece of drill core, all right, in New Brunswick, Canada, on the East Coast, just north of Maine. And if you notice on the side of the drill core, there's a little spot of carbon and a bit of pyrite there. And inside is a fossil, and that is also Calamites. You can it almost looks like bamboo. You can kind of see the lines in it.
Mm-hmm.
See the lines? Okay. So the really cool thing geologically about this is that the forest that this grew in and the forest that this grew in were the same forest. Now, I'm not saying they grew at the same time. They might have grown 1,000 years apart. But the Atlantic Ocean, during the Carboniferous period, the Atlantic Ocean did not exist. And so when North America and Europe split apart, this little piece of the forest buggered off to Scotland, complete with its coal deposit. And this piece stayed in North America with the coal deposits that we find all the way down the East Coast into the United States and everything else. So these two fossils I have found myself from before the Atlantic Ocean was created.
Really cool.
How cool is that?
That is
Now,
cool.
now I know the mountains up in Scotland and Ireland were connected over here,
If
and
yeah,
the
if you
rock
go
are
far
are
north,
the same.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's because they were all together, and then
For me, yeah.
and then it split, and off they went. North America has actually remained kind of static. It's Europe that's moving away. But yeah,
There's the Irish gold guy. I forget his channel name, but I haven't seen him in a while. He's over there getting gold out of the same mountains that we're getting it at over here. You
that's
know what I mean?
correct. Absolutely, 100%. It's exactly the same rocks.
Yep.
Exactly the same rocks. Yeah, pretty neat. Neat connection, eh? Yeah.
Yep.
So there's your geology lesson of the day. Oceans come and go.
The whole West Coast was a low-lying ocean, and then
Right. Yeah.
I think if I have my timelines right, I think 5 million years ago, volcanoes went off over there and just kept pouring 14,000 feet of rock onto the
Yeah,
West Coast.
I don't know that. I don't know that much about the
It was a
base.
waist deep. It was a waist deep ocean all the way to the Rockies.
There was there was a huge ocean all the way through
Yep.
there, and I don't know what the most recent eruptions there were, but I mean even down around us, down like
Well, it was the Cascade Mountains when they went off. They went off for like 100,000 years or something,
and they're still
all
going.
day long, every day and they were just pouring lava and filled them low-lying oceans up with rock. And that's where all that gold out west is coming from.
Yeah, they're still going off. There's still around Tombstone, Arizona, between Sierra Vista and Tombstone, there are cinder craters that are less than 50 million years old. Like they still look like little volcanoes, like they haven't eroded,
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yep. Waist deep, Rob.
Calamites, that's it. I'm not sure that's the way it's spelt, but it looks right. Freaking awesome.
Well, I just pulled up that the place where I did the lava tubes video from. I think you commented on it.
Yeah.
The last eruption there was 20,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is
it's still that whole neck of the woods is still active. Geologically, we would call it active. Volcanologists might not call it all active, but I wouldn't want to be working underground there, if you know what I mean.
They had a really
Yellowstone actually started out in the Pacific, and then we came around and slammed into it, and it's traveling underneath, and it keeps moving.
It's moving. It's the same as Hawaii. Hawaii's a hot spot that as the plate shifts.
We're turning like this actually.
Yeah.
And that hot spot's moving, so it'll eventually be up in Canada.
Yeah.
Probably won't be here when that happens though, but
yeah. I hope not.
Another 50 million years down the line,
Although a little teeny tiny part of the geologist in me is like, yeah, let's go, let's see this. Come on. I'd have to go.
Us being here on the East Coast will be okay.
Yeah,
we won't feel the actual flash and explosions or get buried by ash. We'll have about 6 inches of ash here, and then everything's going to freeze and we're going to die.
Yeah,
of starvation.
I looked up a map one time of what like the presumed ash plume of what if Yellowstone went, where would it go? And up here in northwestern Ontario, we'd get about 1.5 to 2 feet of ash. And I'm like, That's just
Right.
like that's a February morning, man.
Yeah.
It's just this will be black, the other stuff's white. I'll get my shovel out and scrape it off the porch. It's like
And
okay,
then
no
when
big,
the sun gets blocked out,
no big deal. Yeah, well, at that point, yeah, I better get my moose
all
before
the
they all
all the
start
plants
freaking to death.
die, and
Yeah,
then we started though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
Culver Mount Rainier
they-
is it is an active volcano, and
I follow this channel called Geology Hub, and he was just talking about Rainier.
yeah, good for you.
And,
I follow that one too.
Yeah, it's a great channel, man.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you really want to, I mean, if you think Seattle getting wiped out by Rainier or something, you should look at Vesuvius in Italy. Like, there's the big stories about Herculaneum and Pompeii and all these people being buried under the ash. And they show you how they pour plaster of Paris into the molds of the holes. And they find all these dead people that have formed these cavities in this volcanic ash. And if you take a look at it now, if that same eruption happened now, it wouldn't be 50,000 people dying. It would be like 4 million.
Millions. Yep.
I was watching one about some Italian city that was like 1930s that went off like that.
Yeah.
They were getting warnings for a long time, and they ignored them, and all the people left, and nothing happened, and they all went back, and then it went off.
Yeah.
And now they've all rebuilt right in the same spots.
Nuts, eh? Can't fix stupid. Mind you, now that it's gone off, they're probably good for another 300-400 years. So
yeah, now that it's gone off.
Some of the Japanese cities are in craters.
yeah.
They built cities inside of craters, like they're.
I mean, you gotta figure the Japanese really don't have a very good chunk of land there. They didn't do too well in the geopolitics area.
Yeah. No, as a geologist, when it comes to buying a house, there are certain things that I look at, like where's the river, where's the, my house here is a beautiful house. We sit up on some of the highest ground in the entire town, which also gives us a wicked view out over the.
We're renowned with geologists. We would expect you to be in the highest house on the hill and the biggest one.
That's it. It's like, is there a volcano within 100 kilometers? Yeah, okay. No.
Vesuvius buried Pompeii, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pompeii.
And what did they do? They built cities all around that thing again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at Google Earth now, if you type in Mount Vesuvius and you go and look on, there's like 4 or 5 million people living around on the flanks of this mountain.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to chalk that up as dumb, you can't ignore the fact that one of the supposedly most beautiful cities in the world was built on a reclaimed swamp that sinks every year, that gets billions of dollars poured into trying to save it, but the more they try to save it, the more it sinks because the more weight gets there.
Yeah.
And we won't abandon said place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Talk about Venice. Yeah. Yeah.
Mark said no volcanoes in northern Minnesota. I hope.
There were. Taz is not incorrect, because between Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, and up into Ontario, where I live, that was 1.3 to 1.1 billion years ago. The North American plate tried to rift and create a brand new ocean, which is what put in all the copper you get in Michigan. It put in all the silver that we mine around here. It put all the platinum group elements in. It's all deep sourced metals, so not so much the gold and everything else, but the nickel and that went in through this whole area. And the only reason why that spreading stopped was because, and this gets back to you talk about, Dan, you're the mountains in Ireland with their gold in them. Okay, that band of rocks down to the southeast of where I live runs northeast, southwest.
Yep.
That was forming at exactly the same time, 1.3 to 1.1 billion. And so there was this compression event that was building this mountain range that put all these gold deposits and everything else in there.
Yep.
And the compression down here, sort of when you go to where I live, which is about straight line, probably 1,000 miles, that compression stopped that expansion from happening, and it shut down the rift. And so now we all luck out. We get all kinds of platinum group metals up here, copper and nickel as well. And down there they get gold.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when the continents split apart, they came back together, and Africa slammed into the east coast of Canada and America, and drove material from 7 miles deep in the crust all the way up to the top.
Mhm.
The mountains on the east coast were 40,000 feet high. They were
Yeah,
the
they were
highest
big,
mountain.
big
They were the highest mountains in the world ever, and they started eroding right away because Africa pulled off and went back across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's why there's all this gold on this east coast here because of that event.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it wasn't just a hit real slow. They slammed into us, boom. And there was all kind of volcanic activity, which pushed all that gold up. You know, and a lot of water getting into magma chambers and stuff like that. So that's where it's from.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I know a little
important.
bit.
It's important to understand the genesis of it when you go out to look. You know, how did it happen in the first place? Why did it happen in the first place? This is why it happened. Okay, now you understand. Now learn what happened and then go out and find it.
Yeah.
You need to understand, like if you live in some place and you have no idea what geology has done there for the last billion years, then go out and shoot a pan in some creek and your chances are zero. But but at least understanding, Mary felt the impact.
That's why I was laughing.
It was longer than that ago.
Oh my God!
No, you got to understand the genesis of it anyway.
See that, Zach?
Yeah, I saw it. I already laughed at it.
Oh my God!
You gonna put up with that, Mary? Come on.
I think she's gone.
Yeah. Tad told us she was born in like 1356, dude. Hey, we got a celebrity in the house. Dickhead Johnson. Yes, sir, Taz. Yeah, I didn't really know a whole lot about this until I wanted to know where gold came from. You know what I mean? And like it opened up a whole new world for me.
Taz, I'll tell you something else. When you're looking at jaspers and agates, okay, if you picture from surface level, top of the earth here, you're standing up here, and you go down. Okay, as you go down, you know that pressure and temperature increases. Jasper and agates, if you're getting jasper and agates at surface, you should be looking deeper because there's probably gold present. And the fact is, though, that the gold drops out before the leftover silica turns into jasper and agate. So, which is precisely what we're looking at in Arizona. We've got jaspers on surface that actually run for gold, but as we drill deeper into them, we're finding more gold. So,
how many ounces per ton is the company looking for before they'll develop that area?
I got no idea. They still don't know whether we're still trying to work out whether we want to do the whole thing open pit or if they want to go underground on some of these things. Some of them are really high grade. But yeah, ask me that again in about 2 years' time, Zach. I could give you a more direct answer.
Now, also the one thing I'm curious with, why are they considering developing a gold mine in the U.S. when there's plenty of gold down in the cheaper countries that they could harvest easier? Is it just because of laws, or?
Oh yeah, I mean this is like it's right there. It's available to mine. It's at surface. It's in a
yeah, but can't you go down to like South America and Southeast Asia?
No. But if you look at it from an investment point of view, creating a company in the United States is one of the safest environments for your investors' dollars.
Wow. So,
like, why not? I frankly, like as a professional, I would really strongly suggest that you try, if you've got something like this in America or Canada, put that into production long before you start dicking around with South American governments and stuff like that. Like I've been screwed over by South American governments several times, and African governments as well. Right when you think everything's going smooth, the government steps in and says, "Okay, thanks very much for your time, and you'll be escorted to the airport." And
imagine that, the American government screwing somebody over.
No, the American government won't. That's my point. Like it's a healthy investment environment. Like what Saxon was saying, why don't they go down to South America and try to find something? It's a lot cheaper. Your miners are cheaper. You pay your miners $5 an hour or whatever. And yeah, that's true. But if you look at it in terms of security on your investment dollar, and you want to run a company, you want to make a buck, it's way better off doing it in America than it is doing it in South America. It's not like we're making freaking t-shirts here. Okay. We're mining, which means we need fuel, we need oil, all the POL, petroleum oils and lubricants. We need timber. We need electrical services. We need all these. It's like a city. You're creating a city at a mine. And if you don't have a ready supply of these kind of things to put it together, things get really complicated. And it's a lot easier to do that in North America than it is anywhere else in the world. Well, other than maybe Europe, if you could pass the freaking environmental tests. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking for help from the government. You're looking to do it on your own. But what you're looking for is a government that's not going to turn around and say, "Well, Rock Butcher, you did a fantastic job opening this extravagantly rich gold mine. And so now we are going to take it away from you. And here's your airplane ticket home." And that's
the U.S. government for you.
No, the U.S. government won't do that.
I get it, Rock.
That happened to me in friggin' Burkina Faso. That exact thing happened to my crew in Burkina Faso. So West Africa. We put a mine back into production, and the whole deal was that the government was going to get 30%. And when we put it back into production, they stepped in and they kicked us out. So it's like, you know what, Burkina Faso, go fuck yourself.
Right, Hobo Rob? I'd rather hear "fix the bayonets" than we are from the government, and we are here to help.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, fixed bayonets. That's a visceral call there. That one.
Congratulations. Go home.
Yeah, that's it.
I could see them doing that. You develop the plan, you develop the scheme of where all the stuff is. They want to know all that, and then as soon as they know all that, they just throw you out and do the work that you outlined.
Yeah, and then they pocket the gold. You got rehired at CN. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Yep.
That's at least
I'm
150K Canadian a year.
real happy for him, man. He's a celebrity, Aaron.
CNR.
John Bob, what's up?
John Bob, what's going on, brother? Hope you're feeling better, man. Getting there at least.
Well, Joseph Knowlton, I have yet to hear of a mine that the U.S. government has stolen.
What's up, Fickle?
And the ones where they step up, especially things like lithium or other rare earth elements, when they step up to pay, they'll walk in and they'll say, we want to buy 100% of your production, and they pay full market rate. So the U.S. government does not steal mines because they know they're generating tax revenue in the United States. They're generating, jobs for Americans. They're generating tax revenue coming off those Americans. So they're not being cannibals.
What beer is that, John?
What's that, sweetie? Oh, you want to do that now?
It is.
Okay, hang on.
Coors Banquet.
Have a banquet in a can.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, John Bob.
All right, Jets. I got a split. The kids want me to watch The Walking Dead with them.
Later, Rob.
So I got to bail. The new series came out today. So
Well,
All right, brother. Thanks for
Take it
stopping
easy.
up, Jim. It's good seeing you, man.
It's great catching up. It's been a while.
Yep.
And stay safe and do good things, and we'll see you when we're looking at you.
All right, bud.
All right, cheers.
You
take
good?
care. I like the fact that the Coors Banquet is like the only beer that doesn't really have an aftertaste. You give you that bitter at the end. I like it. I enjoy it. It's not often I drink beer. You've not had a drink since February? Bless your heart. I couldn't do that.
I had a couple last night. First time since June.
Culver, I don't want to know what you've done in that river. He's not here. He took off with his mother and didn't even tell me he was leaving, so he's on my shit list.
I'm going to be getting out of here in about 5 minutes. You guys are more than welcome to stay if you want. John, you got the keys, so if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. But I got to get up.
Come up on the panel. We'll keep your hours going for you.
I got to get up at 4:30. So at least it's not 3:30.
PBR isn't bad, but I prefer Coors.
I don't think I ever had PBR.
Pastor Ribbon isn't bad.
All right, Loretta, thanks for
It
stopping up.
wasn't good.
Really appreciate it. Link's pinned at the top. John's got keys if you want to come up.
Yeah. I can even type as PA. See? But no, I don't do that. That's why I keep my phone by.
It's all good. What else can
Yeah.
YouTube do to me, John?
What's that?
I said, what else can YouTube do to me? They won't monetize me
Why not?
because I'm political. When I came up for my 3,000 hours, they said you have to have 4. I'm
No,
like, I'm the only one.
Come on, that's crazy. I'm already monetized.
they wouldn't shadow ban you.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I can only do memberships and super chats, but still.
I think that's the 3,000. I think that's the 3,000 hour thing. Is you're only allowed to do memberships and super chat.
Yeah, they wouldn't even give it to me, dude. They wouldn't let me sign up. So I emailed them. They kept saying, where you sign up, I had 3,000 hours. Kept saying sign up, and then it said get notified. They'd send me an email and say I'm eligible. So I would try and sign up, and then it would just say get notified again. So I did that like 10 times, and then I got in touch with them, and the guy got back to me and said, you need 4,000 hours. I'm like, why? I want super chats and this. He says, no, you need 4,000 hours. There is no 3,000 hours, he told me. I'm like, okay.
What? I
Could be
just did
different
it.
markets. Could be because of your content. Could be because you got a strike or something you don't know about.
Yeah, well, they didn't. I asked him, I said, do I have any strikes or anything? And he's like, no, you just need 4,000 hours.
Put up an 8 hour
Yeah, I
video
saw that.
that we can turn on and let run while we walk away.
It's at Rock Butcher. Guys.
Was he saying Hennessy is terrible? Like you only drink the watered down light?
Yeah, PA.
Oh,
Just
Joe,
said
that stuff. The Genesis. Yeah, I know which one he's talking about. I've had that before.
if you can, PA, how many hours will your GoPro play at one time, or your camera?
Oh, now it'll do like 25 hours or so.
No, I mean on one charge.
Oh, 4 maybe, 3.5.
Drop the resolution on it as low as you can so you can get more video space, and
I
just
think
like
he
set it
might
up
have.
in the dash of your truck while you're at work one day, and put that in your videos in a playlist or whatever. Put it in your videos so that we can turn it on, hit the like, comment, and then just let it run all day. Because most of us can open another window. We can just turn your thing on, mute it, and let it run all day, and you can peel off 8 hours from each of us and get your hours.
Yeah, I had the hours before, and now they're gone. But 'cause I haven't done a video in 3 months.
Yeah, I've never had them, and I never gained them, and I never will, and I don't care. But
Yeah, they say
one
my
It's
long
all
next
good.
milestone is what 1,000 subs. I'm like, I don't care about 1,000 subs.
it's point it's
I
pointless.
gotta be able to keep track of everybody.
Have you ever gotten a super chat, Wrench?
I've got a couple of.
That's probably more than you would ever make off of views on YouTube.
Oh God, yeah.
So
Something tells
doing the
me
extra work to have the subs or the hours.
I don't want the hassle. They're trying to deal
Oh,
with
it's
all
not
that.
worth it.
I like everybody I got there. Ooh, and I got some special stuff here for making my pay dirt that I've been missing.
Nice.
I only told like 1 or 2 people what that is. I could start making dirts again. Limited run coming up.
No, I mean I was on my big channel that I'm on 3 nights a week, and he was talking about some of his best videos he's ever had, performance wise.
Yep.
And one of them was ridiculous in the numbers, and he's made like $400 off it in 3 years because it shows him his lifetime earnings off of that video. Because I don't make crap off of YouTube, and he's a big channel, 176,000 with a ton of views both directions. and he makes like 10K a year off YouTube. He gets a lot of shadow bans because he's 2A, but
Oh yeah, that 2A will do it to you.
well, he made us change instead of banning all the assholes when they come in or the jerks.
Yep.
We let the first comment ride, maybe warn them, and we only ban them if they're like completely out of context. Talking about schools or whatever, or doing it to themselves. That's the only time he lets us ban them, or he wants us to ban them. So because he's trying to get viewership up. Because otherwise, there's nights we're in there and we're just ban. I think the record for one night I forget what they were calling it, Moron Wednesday or Meltdown Wednesday or something like that. He coined a little nickname for it. They banned 376 people in one night.
Oh yeah, they're saying I need 1,000 for my next one. It's 1,000 subs and 4,000 public watch hours. Yeah, they did change it.
How many watch hours do you have? You stream fairly often.
In the last year, it's 3,133 with 510 subs.
Yeah, you could hit the hours.
Yeah, I could care less. Like I said, it's not all about the subs to me. It's just the family.
All it would be is more work. Because now you got to maintain that. Now you got to keep those hours, keep those videos posted. It's just more work.
Nah, this is what I like doing. I love the fact of all the everybody that's around. I always welcome new people, but it's just who the heck really wants to have to try and keep track of that many people and and all that stuff. It's I don't know. I got a hard enough time remembering everybody I've met. Never mind just the people on YouTube. Whew.
Right.
I met more people and I keep forgetting names.
I mean, if you had a video go viral or something to where you were gaining subs that fast and that was actually a chance of making money on it, I'd say, yeah, embrace it fully. For the crappy ass content that all of us post, it's not going to go anywhere that matters. You would make far more money ignoring YouTube for an hour than you ever would working on it or making money from YouTube.
God, yeah.
There you go, Tyson. I just posted his link.
I'd have to make Jesus. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that many super chats in a day or a week to keep doing it every day. None of us are here. It's just insane.
No, once people come to the realization that you're not going to make money off of YouTube like that, then you can enjoy the process.
Oh, I don't even know how much money they owe me. Wait till they figure it out, and then once I get enough, then I'll get enough. I figure when I get enough money to buy a bag of dirt, a good sized bag of dirt, I'll cash it in. Otherwise, it could just sit there.
Well, guys, I'm going to go to bed. Y'all be cool.
Night, PA.
Hey, PA.
You guys are more than welcome to hang. So come on up, join the panel.
Yeah, give it 15 minutes. See, anybody wants to come up. If we'll see. It's all up to Zaxxon, what he wants to do. Night, Dan.
Have a great night.
It makes no difference to me. It's 6:35 out here. I can't go to bed.
Yeah, it's 9:30 here, huh?
I can't even think about going to sleep before 8. Realistically, I shouldn't be sleeping before 9, but it's 6:35. I got a couple more hours to kill no matter what.
Man. I'm honestly kind of happy that I didn't go to North Carolina this weekend. I would have been miserable.
To which one?
What's that?
You're happy you didn't go to which one?
The JP's birthday bash. It was Bashiversary. just for the fact that I would be so miserable. Meeting everybody would have been awesome, you know, the people that I haven't met yet. But it just, my foot, this damn thing is like purple now, and yeah, I did a nice job on it. I wouldn't have been able to have any river time, nothing. You know, and then there's no rental cars down there. Rental car prices right now down there are astronomical.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I mean, JP did say he would pick anybody up from the airport. Man, I couldn't do that, you know, because I just, you know, it's his event, you know. I wouldn't feel right. I could see if everybody had like you know, we're coming in on the same time or leaving at the same time and day, you know.
Yeah,
That's
there's
one.
a shuttle bus style thing.
Yeah. You know, I want to be able to go there, hang out, and just have a good time like we did in Missouri, like we did at Freedom Fest. You know, Maine. Man, you got to make at least one trip, Jackson.
No.
You got to make one trip.
The problem is, besides the inconvenience of a trip, which really doesn't bother me, Hill Prairie, the problem is the number of people in the gold community that are sober can be counted on one hand. So everything turns into a weed smoking drinking fest, which I don't do either of. So it's like me going down to the bar to watch a football game. I don't like football. I don't drink beer, and I don't like people. There's no reason to be there. You know, but they got great wings. That's okay. I'll miss out on the wings. You know, I'll miss out on the gold, unfortunately. But, you know, the number of people, it's just not.
That's understandable. You know?
Yeah.
I'd make a sober night just for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure plenty of people would. Joseph, you lying bastard, you ain't sober, and we know it. No, I mean, it's just one of those things. I wouldn't want anybody to ruin their night. I can go out and do plenty of fun things by myself. I'm in California. I can find gold. Gold's no problem. Creeks are no problem. But on the event level, I just wouldn't do it.
Hey, gentlemen had you know, even at Freedom Fest, I mean, you had the campfire, you had A3 with, you know, and his buddy there with the popcorn, you had Mark Miller playing around the you know.
I know, and Mark plays a great guitar. A3 makes a mean popcorn, you know, as long as you bring your rain tarp. It's all fun. It's just when you combination it all in, the chances of going to one of those events and being able to exclude yourself from drunks and potheads are slim. And I don't do either, so it's just not for me. But it doesn't matter. I only do
one, so it's not too bad.
You said what?
I said I only do one, and it's just, you know, it's kind of not by choice. It's kind of by choice of living, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the hobby, the actual prospecting of the hobby doesn't do it for me enough to put up with the distractions, because I can go somewhere where people are drinking. I don't honestly care. I don't care if they're having a beer. I don't care if they're getting drunk. If they're getting drunk, then I just leave. The main problem, alcohol is my problem. Weed, I just don't like people who smoke weed, although I don't have that much of a problem with it. I have a problem with smoking it all freaking day. And they're just stupid. But
yeah, that's the one thing that gets me. Even at the creek and people, if you know, I try and stay away from that, because the smell of it alone is enough to nauseate me, just for the fact of, you know,
I mean,
what it does to me if I were to do it.
People who are enjoying themselves, having a good time drinking, and they're really enjoying themselves, continuously fucking offer people who aren't drinking, and they don't realize they're doing it. Here, man, you want to be? No, thanks. I'm
I've
good.
Been there. I've done it. I know. I've done it to people.
So from a former alcoholic that gets offered 10 drinks, I went over to a friend I've known for 20 years now, just about. And he's a Mexican guy, throws badass parties, but it's like, Jesus Christ, every time he sees you, he wants you to drink. And see you 10 times at the party. We're at his house, mind you. 10 times at the party, offering me 10 times. It's like, I don't really care how good your food is. You're getting annoying. I got my own demons to fight here. I don't really need you standing on my shoulder pecking me.
Yeah. I remember when I quit drinking for a couple of years. Yep.
Yeah,
I know
Mark.
exactly what you're talking about.
That's it. I had one lady. She owns a local bar, and she was happy with what I did to her card. She signs the back of a business card, and she says, "Bring this in. I'll give you a full pitcher of beer." No thanks. I don't drink. She says, "Oh, well then I'll give you a pizza." They make pizza. They make pizzas and crap too. Well then I'll give you a pizza. No, I don't want to hang out in a bar. Thank you though.
That's understandable. You know, if people don't feel comfortable, and from that urge, then yeah, I don't understand. I can completely understand that. I mean, it's again, like I said, I did it for about 2 years. I quit, and I learned to be able to mostly control myself.
Yeah. It's nothing personal. It's nothing against the people it does. It's just as a combination situation, it doesn't do it for me. Besides the fact I'm financially minded. If I go spend
That's right. Yeah.
$1,000 on a prospecting trip to gather $100 worth of gold, and we know that would be a good trip if you pulled
That's a good trip with $100 for gold.
Yeah. Why would I go spend $1,000 for that? I could spend the same $1,000 and have a Culver bag in my mailbox in 3 days with $950 worth of gold in it, or more.
Mega dog. Yeah, hey.
Yeah, man. Oh, don't worry, Meg. I'm sure somebody near and dear in the gold community would gladly handle that for me. I mean, hell, I'm in California. All I gotta do, if I open my door right now and scream, "Somebody wants a free weed," I guarantee you somebody would yell back.
I'll tell you one thing. If oh, there you go, Brad. I don't know why I didn't hear it, but
hello, Brad.
If I make it out to California, you better at least stop by and visit.
Well, maybe it depends on where you're at. California's a big freaking state.
I don't care. If I make it that far out from East Coast to West Coast, you better stop by.
I don't know. Let me see.
That's a long way for him. Sacramento's a long way from Jackson.
Yeah. Distance to the Yuba River. 500 miles.
How many?
500.
It's not bad.
Not that bad.
It's still bad enough, though.
I just went out with my nieces and sighted in. I let them use my 270. So I went out and shot a couple boxes of shells through it. Got them all.
Which one did you get?
I let them shoot my 270.
Nice.
Yeah, they both drew out for deer tags.
Yeah, that's insane. And here's the funny thing. Even in Missouri, it wasn't 50 miles to anything. Even though where we were, it was like in the middle of, nowhere. It was great because you can run 10 miles down the road, 15 tops, and I mean, you're hitting stores. It wasn't. I couldn't complain. Where Ozark Bucks is. It's in decent distance of everything around him. The only thing is there's nothing for a person like me, in my field of what I do to really do out there. Whether excavation or anything. I mean, everything's pretty much built. So you're not really going to be building anything new.
See, I'm on the edge of civilization between Los Angeles and Vegas, minus the last stop. So you go south and we got okay stuff in our town. You get 30 minutes away, you can get almost everything you want. You get 60 minutes away, you can get anything you need. Or you can go 2 hours to Vegas, you get anything you need. But anything between here and Vegas, there's nothing. Hello, Errol.
Hey, Jared.
John.
I can put you guys on gold 15 minutes out of town.
Oh, I got it.
It's just hot.
I think my next. What's that? Oh, yeah. I'm going there when it's coldest.
fine.
Yeah, when it's cold, you'll only sweat.
You know, when it's 50 degrees, then I'll come down over there.
Just about getting there. We got wind coming in Thursday night, and then it had Friday, Saturday down at like 70s.
Jeez. That's like when I went to Missouri. It was 90 out there. I'm like, oh my God.
They got humidity too. Screw that.
That was just too hot out there.
Yeah.
Luckily, we went in the afternoon. We started digging about, I think, 3 o'clock? 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time I got there and everything. So I'm just waiting for that box to come in. Gentleman sent it out earlier in the week.
What, your cons?
Just to put it on top of the other boxes.
This is the bucket that I dug up and everything. He sent me an area and said, "Here, dig here." Okay.
So you're gonna pan the stuff you're not sure if it has gold in it, but the stuff you know has gold in it will just sit and wait.
Like I said, I gotta set up a recirculating system here.
You do.
One that's easy enough to take in and out and move to, to get rid, to get rid of the tailings and stuff.
I mean, although I like many other systems better, the toolbox sluice, just for how self-contained it is, might be what you really want.
He's got one. He's got a brand new one he's never even used.
I used it once. You got no room to even put a single pan here. Come on. Oh. Orby guns and damn toe.
Yeah, if you have a toolbox sluice, you really have no excuse, because
yeah, I got one. I started running something. I put it in a Ziploc bag, and there's gold in there. There's gold in it.
John Hart, I think he used this twice.
Yeah, one time. I started running some of the Facebook material through it. And then it was just taking so long and everything, and then realizing, yeah, that's way too much material to run through it. I was just trying to go through one box.
Did you see how much Aqueduct he put through his toolbox today?
I know. That's the material that I was trying to save out of the bathtub.
I thought he did a mega bag today.
He did that. They panned that.
He also did his cons from GP.
No, that wasn't the cons. That was the challenge that there was between the two teams.
Yeah, well, whatever it was. He did something.
Yeah.
But he filled that bucket up 3 or 4 times today.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I was surprised to see that much material run through that little sluice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had to clean it out a few times. I still got it sitting here. I got half a bucket of material in the bucket. It's all dried out by now, but...
Yeah, but cleaning out the sluice on the toolbox sluice isn't really an endeavor. It's pick it up and squirt it out and keep going.
Yeah, empty in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did a mega dog bag and the GP stuff.
Be right back. Spinny break.
RLPA, he's got to work tomorrow. Oh, you switched your name to Lucky, huh?
No, just for the moment.
Yeah, just purely the volume wrench has to run. I wouldn't say the toolbox loose, but for his effort of involvement in his room there, the toolbox loose would be efficient for him. Call it what you want, Aqua. He wins a lot more than anybody else. Except Wrench. Notice Wrench run on Troubled Ones. Wrench got the big prize.
I've seen that. We was going and I was getting my brother a load of wood from my girls' camp, you know.
I was getting
Come
ready to
down.
watch it. Something happened. I had to leave or something, and I came back and it was over. I don't remember the chain of events, but I was getting ready to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember. I took off on a job. Weren't you supposed to be going detecting this weekend or something?
Who?
Weren't you supposed to be going detecting this weekend or something?
Um, I went out and shot some guns today, and I did a little, not much though.
Yeah, that might be my morning activity.
No, I didn't think I was going to any activity. Besides, I wanted to go to JP's, but the hurricane messed that up.
Where are they at? Are they still in North Carolina or did they do it somewhere else?
They're still in North Carolina at Thermal City.
Nice, Mega. I'll be right back.
Oh, perfect timing. I just got back. Oh, yeah, I haven't been playing much of the games lately.
You've seen how much I've been playing.
Honestly, I haven't really seen anything. I mean, that's like what's that?
That's exactly what I've been playing. Nothing.
Yeah, that's like I got. I won the one from what's his name? Jonathan Friend, Black Mass Pater. Awesome, Aqua Dog. You gotta tell me how much I owe you.
Which one did you win?
The big one. I got the Banshee mining bag and the Vendetta bag. Both half-gram bags.
Very nice.
But Rose took the cake in Missouri.
Well, I was rooting for her.
What's that?
I was cheering for her.
There you go, Akadonkey. All right, that sounds good. I bought 3 pizzas and fried mushrooms. Pizzas actually weren't bad out there. They weren't bad out there. I mean, it's not like New Haven style thin crust pizza, you know, but hey.
Right.
And I gotta say one thing. Chicago O'Hare Airport, holy hell is big. Oh yeah, Rose won that $500 on the lotto.
Yeah, that was funny. That was awesome.
Yeah. I think one of the ones I had here, I think it had a $2 on the one I had. I don't even know. It's somewhere in here. I think I gotta make myself some juice. Oh, man. So, anybody got any good plans going on this week or what? Mark.
You heard, you seen Maggie Dog's comment, right? Send it back and we can get some more.
I gotta find it. Yeah, I gotta find it. It's somewhere, either in this room or the living room. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Today. Oh, there you go,
Prairie.
Ooh. I don't know if I go to see in the movies, but I would definitely see that when it comes out. You know, when it comes to phone or whatever, internet streaming or whatever you want to call it.
This beautiful silver. See that, John? That's how I like my silver. That's the only way I separate.
Oh, shit, falling. Yeah. I keep my. Oh, yeah, there is one. Yeah. The only way it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Not with my gold.
Nope. I got this from Vendetta for free. I won it. Or, you know, however they say it with the new Patreon, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with Miller's. You know, I'm like, I'm horrible at guessing, so I don't even bother with it. So any of the guessing ones, you know, guess the gold amount, I'm like, yeah, that's boring. I'm horrible. I just like seeing it in my pan.
You're right.
But I have, you know, what is it? Dream Mat's got that new the Boss, the bigger version of the of their, was it the one that takes the banjo mat? They got the bigger version that comes out that takes the adventure sluice. So you could run a lot more down it.
The bigger cleanup buddy.
Yeah, it's like the pro version of it. Yeah, and I'm been tempted to get that one. But again, I'm like, do I really need anything? I'm like, I got a blue bull. I've got a couple sluices, I got 2 high bankers. I'm like, do I really need to spend money on it?
Huh?
Entire nest of.
Well, you have a 3D printer. I don't think I would buy one.
Yeah, I'd have to find the file for it, though. That's the problem. I mean, if I could find the file to print it, I would.
What are you trying to print?
Nice.
The new version of the Gold Buddy.
At over
Oh.
2 grams of native gold.
Nice, Ben.
Yeah, right. I'm like maybe half a gram of what I found. I gotta see what comes in when I get this stuff from Missouri.
It'll probably be more than you found everywhere else.
It will
It's
be.
quite possible. I was told which hole to dig in. Dig there. Okay.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
It killed me. You know how Outlaw used to say there was no gold in Missouri?
Hey, Master.
Yeah, I told him, dude, you gotta just look. It's there. I'm telling you, it's there.
I haven't printed up any new mats to fit it because apparently there's a difference between my old printer and new one on the size. So, yeah, I got to figure that out. And then I got to figure the shrink rate on printing with the flexible filament. And then once I figure out the shrink rate, I can print up better mats.
Plenty of gold in New York, Maggie. You're just not allowed to admit you find it.
Yeah, because it's not his.
So clean.
What was it? It goes to what, King James or something? How does that work in New York? I forget.
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Yeah, I can't wait to finish up that little mini gold cube. I don't even know where it went to. Should be. I think it's on the other side of the computer here. Nice. Now I gotta get a hold of Carl and see if I, about that, because they sell just the base for the Gold Pro, whatever thing is. That Buddy Pro, whatever.
Yes,
They sell just the base, but they don't have they don't sell the attachment that goes for it to hook your hose up. It doesn't come with it, so I gotta see.
Aren't there plenty of videos on making your own hand dredge?
there is quite a few of them.
What are you getting? One like Gentleman's got? That what is that? Stainless?
Gentleman's got a smaller stainless one, yeah.
Yeah, I want one of those ones that he's getting.
Oh my god.
They look like
If you make a nice attachment for the end that can catch it, hold it better. Oh. That thing's got some serious suction power.
right.
Serious.
You have his number or his email address?
Who's?
Carl.
What's that?
Carl's Miller Outdoors.
Yeah, I got it somewheres here. Somewheres. Probably on my phone too.
No, it would seem to be the fitting place to keep a phone number.
Beer to drink and porn to watch. Gold porn. He goes. Ben, which mark you been asking?
Later, Mark. He's
Trying to keep up with everybody going on in chat with this scene.
Heath's asking if John R. is actually paying to bag yet. No, Heath, he hasn't. Ask him in about 2 years. He might be getting closer to rotation.
He's as bad as me almost.
He's worse.
No. Miller Outdoors is Carl Miller, Bentford.
No, yeah.
Stop what, John? We call him like we see him. Back
No,
in the
I
day, we used to see midnight panning sessions. 2 o'clock in the morning, he's up panning gold. You can tell what time it is. Nothing anymore. He's just got to work.
Yeah, the 3 Millers. I really want to get into is the Culverizer.
Well, he's got a new Halloween bag out, too.
Oh, I know. Problem is through Patreon, the messages, I never get anybody, and they send, I get the notice that they put out a post like 3 days later, but, if they message me or anything, I never get it.
The only Patreon I think I'm still on is LXR's, and he's been continuing his because he's busy with other stuff.
I just paused a whole bunch of stuff from a bunch of people. Some I canceled.
Yeah, I've been doing YouTube memberships, but I'm not even doing the real big ones on that.
I mean, my 2 biggest ones are Miller Prospecting and Vendetta. Those are my 2 big.
I got 3 or 4 of them, but they're like $1 or $2. I'm not going big on support.
Yeah, we won't talk about those.
Yeah, not even mentionable. But
yeah,
Culver says he still has a few body bags for sale.
I want one.
I'll probably get one too, James.
Gold's not my priority right now. I'm sitting it out.
It's like if everybody.
Unless it's somebody that actually needs help, I've been sitting everything out. Or most
John,
everything.
John says he sent me a message on Patreon. Let's see here. PayPal. My notification of Patreon is Vendetta, Flower Gold Wizard, Miller Prospecting, and one of the 2A ones. Nothing from you, John. Yep. A while back.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, email or call. I don't even have voicemail set up on my phone because I know I won't go check them.
Oh, I love to keep my voicemail full just for that reason.
I never set it up.
I used to have it say, "Do not leave a message. Text me or call me back."
Right?
This number does not have a voicemail box set up. People are complaining about I tried to leave a message, but you didn't have a voicemail box. I said, yeah, because I don't check them anyway. What's the difference? I don't want somebody leaving me a message thinking, well, I told you 2 weeks ago that the sky was falling and gold was free on the ground everywhere. Well, what the hell? I don't check messages.
I got one a long time ago from you, John R. But yeah,
That's what he's talking about.
Patreon sucks.
Did you clean it up? Go clean it up.
I just can't wait to make it to a Vermont trip. I want to do one more for the end of the year. Once my foot heals.
I'm gonna go prospecting down in Arizona in November.
I'd love to go to Arizona. A lot of love to, but you know. Yeah. I try and check my my Patreon like once a week. And I usually, because of that, I'll miss some of Benzo's sales even.
You're right.
What do you mean it got blocked off, closed? Were they doing repairs on it? We could always jump off the rock and get across like all those kids were doing.
A bunch of old guys carrying gold equipment jumping across rocks to get to the claim. I don't see how that could go bad at all.
Oh, you were never in the gorge. Let me tell you, that was. I've been in worse places, but that wasn't. You know, with carrying equipment, that's not fun.
I'm old, fat, and unhealthy, and I prefer to stay that way. I will do my climbing in my truck.
Yeah. What do you think? The fatter you are, the extra protection you got if you tumble.
They're just steep, man. The mountains out here are steep. I mean, I'm sure they're steep where you're at too, but it's not that bad if I can remember not to smoke a cigarette when I arrive. But if I smoke a cigarette before I start trying to hike the mountain, I'm dead.
Hell, I remember back in high school running the mile. I had a cigarette in my hand running around the track.
I remember running them all back in high school too, but I wasn't going around a track. I was going the other direction.
You know, it wasn't a track. It was 2 baseball fields. You had to run around. I forget how many times. I actually did it in the supposedly healthy amount of time, under 8 minutes, while smoking a cigarette.
I was a short, fat kid, so those numbers were insignificant to me.
Yeah, that probably got something to do with it, Heath.
They just tore down a bridge in my town that was built in the 1930s. The problem is this is over our local rail yard, and it's a hump yard, so there's a lot of tracks. And this bridge was built in like the 1930s, and there's a Harvey house there and all that. And this bridge has been dangerous as can be for a long, long time. I remember walking over it in the 90s, surprised I didn't die every time I went over. But there's only 2 ways to cross these tracks within like a 15-mile stretch. There's only that bridge, and there's another bridge on the other side, but the road coming out of that bridge is illegal. There's no sidewalks, there's no shoulder, there's nothing. It's literally blasted through the rock, and it's a 2-lane road. So instead of them spending what I think a bulldozer could do it in a day, maybe 2, widening that road to be legal and safe, because it's not safe, widening that road for them to be able to remove the old bridge and install the new bridge. They built the new bridge. Imagine this is the old bridge. They built the new bridge coming down the same road, and it does this big circle curve around it.
Yep, they did that. They do that in a lot of places. I see that. They did it in was it New Hampshire when we were by the Wild Amanuensis? The old bridge is here. The new bridge is here.
But they ripped our old bridge down, which
they left it.
Which I agree with. I agree with tearing the bridge down. We took it down because of homeless. But if they would have widened the other road by 10 feet, a dozer could have done it in, I think, a day, but maybe 2 or 3. Could have carved out that next road 10 feet wider, added a sidewalk, made it safe and compliant. Then they could have tore the old one down, and we could have kept a normalcy to driving. But nope.
This was a single lane bridge, wood with steel girders, but I don't remember if there was a sidewalk on the side for pedestrians. Heath would tell you, but yeah, it was. I had to jog across it to get to. I think I had to go get to get PA's truck for him. He wasn't feeling good that time. I wasn't gonna let him. I wasn't gonna let him walk all the way down to get his truck and everything. And Kyle was too young and doesn't know how to drive, so I was the. I think I was the youngest one. Yeah, I was the young one there. So yeah.
That's why you go out with buddies. It always sucks when you're out alone and you don't have a choice and you got to go do that. Later, Aqua.
Aqua, good night, brother.
What's with all these people and their pesky jobs? I gotta go to work and then I've got
I
a
know. I
bed.
gotta go to bed too. I have to finish up this job I started I started Friday. Halfway done with it. Now I just gotta level out the yard. This little side yard.
That's right. I'm unemployed. Answering stupid phone calls.
I had to do a drainage culvert type deal on the side. In the side yard, because I guess their back hill is like their backyard goes, it's flat like this, and then it just goes straight up. But I swear they got a spring on the side of the house there because my excavator just every time I move it just starts sinking.
Yeah.
And it's an 8,000-pound machine or 9,000-pound machine. So yeah, I got to finish that up tomorrow. Then I got to finish up another drainage job I did. I tore someone's driveway up, put piping in. I leveled it all up, but I got to finish doing some other stuff. I got to rip a stump out. All big jobs. No more little things anymore. No more pruning. No more mulch jobs. I know I got a well job Tuesday.
You guys drill wells too?
No. We local plumber. He casing raises. You know when everything's like where you got the
Later, Mega.
piece of like a concrete, just a cylinder. Just a couple laying on top of each other with with a cap on it, and it's underground. Well, new code is it's got to be like so many inches above grade. So whenever you do, whenever they change a pump, they do a casing raise, or if they get a leak in the line, they do a casing raise. So I have to either dig out for the line, or I got to dig out around the casing so they can raise it, and then I do or a line to the house. The last one I did, I had to cut out a section of concrete out of a walkway. Oh, that was a nightmare. It was like an 8-foot section of freaking concrete by like 2.5 feet wide.
Just
Curved
for a
too.
water? Just for a water pipe?
Yeah, because it's got to be 4 feet down.
Why don't you just dig a hole and feed it through?
Because it was 4 feet down, and it was such a narrow spot I couldn't get the excavator in.
You never hook up a water hose to a PVC pipe and just bore a little hole under the concrete?
You've never dug in New England, have you?
No.
You can't dig in New England with a shovel more than 2 inches without hitting rocks. And they start out like this, and they just...
Well, then.
Yeah. Rocks everywhere in New England. Everywhere. Good night, Mega Dog. Ask Keith what it's like digging in New England. Or even Mega Dog. Yeah. It's anybody that's dug in New England. There's this one town, Weston. I've tried digging in, and let me tell you, I was grinding stumps and just grinding stumps. I had to tell the customer, I said, I can't grind anymore. the tree stump had pulled all the roots and it growing had pulled so many rocks into it. I said, you need to get someone with a machine here because I'm not destroying my stump grinder. There's just way too many rocks. And, just try digging a hole by hand. Forget it. You're there for hours. Yeah, 0 rocks. You're full of shit.
Yeah, I believe he runs equipment every day. I think Wrench just doesn't like to shovel. He's probably got one of them allergies.
I don't shovel. I do not shovel. I will to do plants to finish up my job. I'll plant a few plants with a shovel. That's it.
Well, I believe there's only one way to settle this. You need to go to one of your cruise trailers and pull out what they call a spade shovel and show us the tip of it.
They're flat. They're all flat except for this. I've got basically solid steel shovels. I mean, the handle's steel. It's got to be. It's super thick, and I bent them, just trying to pop rocks out, just to plant plants.
I had my plumber buddy over here. He owned a septic business. We were doing something, and he needed to dig at my house, and so I handed him my rigid fiberglass shovel. Yeah, just fiberglass handle shovel, and he grabs it. He says, "Damn, is this thing new?" No, man, I've had it like 5 years. He was looking at the tip. He says, "That's nice." He says, "You want to see my shovel?" Sure. And he pulls out the identical shovel, and the tip's all ground off. And he says, "I've sharpened that shovel 3 times because it was shorter."
Yeah, mine's about this much shorter, and you should see the one here at the house. It's curling over, and it's so bad that the shovel bends when you do it. The ones at work, I literally had to take a die grinder because it just curled so much on itself. I had to cut them off. Hold on one second.
Yeah. $3 hours to do 2 10-inch holes. Screw that.
Sorry.
There is an extension cord.
Quiet.
All right. Yeah, the washer hose decided to self-eject itself out of its drain pipe today. And just as the wash machine was draining, and of course we don't have it on energy efficiency mode. So needless to say, all the water from the wash machine went downstairs in the workroom. So she's
the good news is that clog of lint and hair that's been slowing down the drain hose has freed itself.
Yeah. There you go, Heath. Yeah. I broke a shovel today, tried using the transfer. Yeah. Shovels are brutal. Forget that. But yeah, so I got the dehumidifier going in the workroom, and then in the bedroom, I got the air conditioner on. And she's like, I gotta unplug one of the two. Because for her phone charger and for the table side light. And I'm like, nope, I'll run an extension cord when I come downstairs.
Charge your phone in the other room and then take it in there.
What's that?
Charge your phone in the other room.
I might bring my phone charger downstairs. I got a 10-foot cord on it.
You don't have a battery?
You do have a battery charger.
No, I mean,
fan. That portable fan I got.
Portable batteries.
Yeah, I got a fan. It's a little battery operated fan. You probably seen me if you watch the main video, the GP. It's a little fan. It's an outdoor fan. It's got a hook on both ends, so you can either hang it upside down, this way here, so it can oscillate, or you can hang it from the top, and I mean, I don't know why you'd have the base oscillate, but the thing can oscillate. It's got a light on it, 2 different colors. You either got white light or you got yellow light, or you can run both together. So you get the mixture, 3 different light levels, timer, charge batteries. Heath's got, I give one to Heath.
Yeah, I mean, I just throw a battery and not even worry about because I mean, your situation's going to be resolved tomorrow. No point in dragging out an extension cord.
Oh, it dumped a lot of water. The carpet's soaked. It's going to have to run for a few days. Heath, I've been looking to do that. I've been talking with somebody else about making one. Problem is, you're going to need 2 2-inch ports to run a 36 or 4-foot gold trap. You're going to need a buttload of water. I would say I'd say you need a minimum 6,000 gallons per hour. Or is it gallons per minute? Whatever it is. 2.5-inch lines. I don't think 1.5 inch will cut it. 2 of them, I don't think.
Huh?
Problem is making a header that big. I mean,
you got a diff one yet?
The thickness and the way you connect that header box to that gold trap. I mean, that's got to be some serious hardware. I don't know if either of you guys have seen anybody use a gold trap and the amount of flow of water you need. Yeah. It's a lot of water. Well, 2.5-inch lines. I think maybe 2 2-inch lines. No way. Yeah. I don't know how you would keep it on there. I could see running something on like the gold wrap. Make them over the gold wrap, but and then balancing the flow out between the top and bottom layer. Yeah, because the gold trap, the way it works is you've got the box like this, but you got a divider in the middle. So you have to have the same amount of water coming down the top as the bottom. But you need a lot of flow to do it. Yeah, but what's going to hold that much pressure and the balance rate on it? I'm all for it, Heath. Don't get me wrong. It just, that's a lot of water. Even 2 1.5-inch pumps, full bore, that's a lot of water. Now he's got acrylic. I mean, you got to, how are you going to hold that on there? And I mean, yeah. I just think it'd be a tough time. I'm not saying it's impossible. You probably have to drill the aluminum and do it into the aluminum.
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, man. Like I said, I'd love for it. Now my PlayStation shut off. Great. Like I said, let me know. You've shown me one that works. I would love to use my gold trap at home. I would probably use that more than most anything.
Now, Range, we all know you don't do a whole lot at home.
Let me tell you, that gold trap is pretty amazing. It's not cheap, though, but it is amazing for what it can do if you have the flow.
Any sluice that works is amazing. That sluice behind Brad works amazing. You know, that would be a good one, Brad. Take that kinky pay dirt that you couldn't get it all out of, remix it, and try and sluice it and see what your recovery is.
I still have that. I have to get it clean. That's how dirty it still is.
Oh,
That's not very much material. You might need a toolbox for that.
No, it doesn't need paint.
I've got one here. I don't even know if I'd bother even trying to mess with the toolbox loose with that.
All you need to do is go down to the 99-cent store, get a thermometer, break it, pour your gold in there, collect your gold, burn off your mercury. You're good to go.
No, I'm trying to do it the right way. Pan it out.
No,
But
here's the
I
thing.
haven't learned dry panning yet.
Here's the thing. I've been in a chat, I forget where. Creed set those rules, and somebody said, "Creed, can you do it in an hour?" He says, "What? No, I can't do it in an hour." He says,
Oh yeah, I know.
The
I
point
remember you were
wasn't whether or
talking.
not I could do it; it was whether or not you could do it."
Yep. That stuff is. Ooh.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That,
I mean,
I wouldn't
your
be able to do
finest
it.
of black sands is just like is gold colored. So the finest of black sands you've ever seen in your pan, just picture all gold.
Yeah. I wouldn't do stuff.
Yeah, the mercury. Mercury's the only way to really get it out. And then you use Heath's saying, use a retort.
You can burn the mercury off, can't you?
Yeah, but you really want a retort because it's so dangerous and so damaging to your lungs.
Dangerous my ass. I see the Indian guys over there working with it all the time. They're just moving the balls around with their fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, Heath says he wants to do the kinky dirt wrench. Maybe we know where yours can go.
I sent I had two. I had a half-gram bottle and a 1 gram bottle. 1 gram bottle still there. Mega Dog sent me a whole mess of stuff from his first bag, hand drawn, to another bag that's hand drawn. I've got a couple of those very first bags he's done. As a thank you, I sent him a half gram of that kinky, and he said he ended up pouring it into pay dirt for when he made dirt for everybody else. Because he said,
Miller threw his in his tailings.
Yeah, same thing. That's exactly what.
On camera, he says I accidentally poured it. It accidentally got poured in my tailings, but I'm not upset.
Yeah, no, yeah, he admitted what was in a couple of videos ago. He said, yeah, he purposely did that. Yeah, I ain't doing that. Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't do it. Yep, retort the mercury and he can reuse it.
I would be more worried about storing the mercury till next use. I don't have storage like that.
Just keep it in a vial, and and like I do. It's like all my vials stay in here.
Yeah, you've already expressed more safe space than I have to devote to that.
Oh, I did find another jar on the floor over there. I see what that's from.
Well, I did find another jar of gold on my floor.
I wish I could get the gram out of the floor that's dumped right there. Problem is, this bunk bed right here is on this carpet as well. So
yeah, got to talk one of your kids into picking it up so you can get it out.
I got a bag from Creed here. Where is it? So I've got that bag I won from Patreon from him. I'll send you that because he made that as a cluster F of a whole bunch of things. If I could find where I put that bag, Heath, I will send that to you. And then I want to see how you do. Send it back and then I'll do it. You remember that one, Brad? The video he posted of making that pay dirt?
Yeah.
That Patreon bag? Oh, I'll put some of this in here. I'll put some of that in here and some of this in here. Yeah. I never bothered trying that stuff. It's here somewhere. Where the hell is it? Oh, move carpet, jack the bed up, and the problem is the carpet goes under 3/4 of everything in the room. There is literally like a foot of space on each side of the carpet in this room. So, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about what's under here. I see my kid spilt something the other day, and it's on the floor. A whole
Carpet
bunch
washer.
of material. Here, I just take a pinch. Besides hair, let's see if I can. That's just out the carpet.
Which one is?
I mute you. Yeah, there's a spot like this long, about this wide, all that material all over the floor. And I can feel it where I step. It's just everywhere. It's like, you know, when you walk in the front door and you take your shoes off, you have that carpet there. Or you come in the back door, you got that carpet, you put your shoes on. Every once in a while, you got to clean it because you walk on, you just feel all the grains. That's what this whole carpet feels like.
Sounds like a project.
Oh, yeah. It'll be worth it when I eventually do it. But not till then.
So we'll fix in the Duramax and the motorcycle and
Yeah, the motorcycle, I got to get that in the shed.
the backyard sluice set up and the quad.
The quad stays outside all year round. I did get the wiring harnesses though to fix the quad.
The problem is that's the third one you ordered.
No.
You lost the first two under paydirts and you can't find them. Hi, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Winter coming, you should be working on that 4-wheel drive.
That's what a company truck's for. Although my boss is up my ass about it because it's a stick, and seeing as how I recently broke my toe and driving standard, just back and forth to work, he goes, nope, replacing the truck. This is probably its last year, if it even goes into that far.
What kind of truck is it?
A 98 Mitsubishi Fuso cab over.
Oh. Buy it from him.
It's that one that I posted in the videos and everything. That short wheelbase one.
Yeah, a little
The
mountain
aluminum dump bed.
Buy it from him. Or is it shot out?
Well, the floor is rotten out. Every year I always replace a section of the floor. And so this year I'll actually have to replace 2 sections. You know, to do some of the passenger and the driver's side floor. But after I replace it, it gets better and better. But I just don't put that much time into it because I got other stuff to prep.
Well, it's just a snow pusher anyway. You don't use it during the summer, right?
We do. It's used for our spray truck, for chemicals, for like our tick sprays or our root injections for trees. That's what that's used for. Other than that, so, but we're trying to move up to all bigger trucks. We're talking. I think the next truck might actually be a CDL truck.
Don't do it.
What's that?
Don't do it.
Why is that?
Because then you got DOT.
The DOT is on any pickup truck, even anything that's commercially used. Any 1-ton pickup truck in Connecticut, is supposed to have DOT numbers.
Huh.
Never mind a CDL truck.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
technically, the two biggest trucks we have, once you hook up a trailer over, I think over 9,000 pounds or 9,900 pounds, you need a Class A for it.
I mean, if you guys need a truck that big, me personally, I'm not a fan of diesel right now, and I'm not a fan of DOT.
Oh, let's see. The boss's personal truck is gas, but he wants a diesel on his next one. The
We've
two
got
heavy
that.
trucks are diesel. My plow truck, the Mitsubishi Fuso, is a diesel. Every piece of equipment we got is diesel, except for our mowers, and then the pickup truck for the mow crew and the dump truck that the fertilizer guy uses. Those two are gas. And they both got the 6.2. Same with the boss's pickup. They got the Ford 6.2 on it.
That wasn't a bad engine. I just have a problem. I mean, it's the same out there, but you guys can bypass some of your crap. Out here, I have a problem with the diesel emissions. People driving perfectly good trucks that a sensor's bad or def quality's bad or something like that, and the truck goes in and shut down.
Oh, yeah. We purposely only run the blue premium or whatever the best blue DEF fluid is. You know, platinum, that's it. Blue, platinum, DEF. And it doesn't even have anything to do with size here, Bent Fork. It's just because the trucks are 22,000 GVWs. But once you go over 20, was it 20? 22, it's 25.9 GVW. You need a CDL.
I mean, how heavy are the trailers you're pulling?
My equipment trailer is an 8-ton.
I mean, a Chevy 3/4 ton can pull that. Gas.
I wouldn't want to pull what I pull on it.
I'm sure a Ford or a Dodge could too. You
I mean,
you go a little slower up the big hills. So what? You lose all the extra maintenance.
I've used my Fuso with the 3.9 in it, 4-cylinder diesel to pull. You know, the 10,000 pound skid steer on it. Let me tell you, the thing doesn't. You ain't passing anybody. You better mark it on the calendar 2 weeks earlier if you plan to pass somebody.
Yeah, and I'm sure the new 3/4 tons will do just as good. But I don't know what they're all rated at. But I know my Chevy's rated at 16,000, and I have no doubt it would pull it just fine.
Well, the thing is, we run dumpsters on our trucks now, so we we got 10 or 12-foot cans on them. Yeah, that's the problem. The only guy in the company right now that has a CDL, I wouldn't give him a freaking pick. I wouldn't give him one of those key trucks.
No, which means if your boss goes and buys a CDL truck, then you and your boss both have to go get their CDLs.
Yep.
And if you get a CDL, I don't know how the laws work in your state, but in my state, in California, if you get caught driving, obviously, if you get caught driving with any alcohol in your system during a CDL drive,
yeah.
you're
0.001 or something. Yeah, it's like half a drink, even a quarter drink. You're screwed.
If you tip the scale, you're screwed, which there's a possibility you could tip the scale first thing in the morning, waking up from the night before.
Oh, yeah.
But in your personal car, in California, they changed the law. In your personal car, you're still allowed to be up to the legal limit with a CDL.
That would be nice. I know plenty of people that have lost their CDL and actually had to go to court and fight it and get. They do offer a permit where you can drive only to and from work and maintain your CDL. You can't drive anywhere else, just to and from work.
See, they changed the law out here to where once you're in your personal vehicle, you fall under the same legal guidelines as any other driver. So if you're driving your personal car and you blow a .07, no harm, no foul. Go home. Hang on a second.
You got a 5-ton GMC. Send me some pictures. I'd love one of them. What I really wanted to get was a deuce and a half and take my Duramax, and drivetrain and basically put it in a deuce and a half, and get the extended cab on it, and do the body. That was my dreams to do one of them, but that ain't ever gonna happen. 40-foot flatbed trailer on the farm. Yeah, no, it's we don't leave town really to go anywhere. Although I gotta say, I did do a trip the other day. I did go to Southbury. I wasn't happy about it, but I did do a small trip. But actually, I just drove there and then I left it there, and the boss picked the truck and trailer, or the trailer and machine up, and drove it back with his 1-ton pickup instead of me using the heavy duty truck. So that worked for me. Because then I went to the quarry a half-mile down the road and got 6 ton of 4 to 6 inch stone. It's got to be 4-wheel drive if I want it. Or 6-wheel drive. Actually, that would be 10-wheel drive. The old 5-ton or the deuce and a half or the 5-ton military trucks. That's what I'd like. I don't know if I'd want to bob it, though. Oh, crap. Get to bed. The old lady's probably going to kill me. It's 15 minutes past what I told her. You can't charge your phone. So, yeah, we're down to 8 people, so I guess we're going to call it a night.
Nice.
I'm just sorry I was answering somebody back. Somebody's back in New England. Technically 4-wheel drive. Build them racks. Oh, yeah. John, the link's up. I could just leave it if you're gonna come back in, and I mean, I'll wait for you. I'll stay in the after party, but there's only 8 people in chat, so I'll just leave it, end it there, and you can come up on in the after party. I need to go take care of that downstairs, so take care, everybody. I'll leave the link posted. Everyone wants to join the after party. I'm gonna end this. Have a good night.
Night, YouTube.
Later, everybody. Love y'all. All right, John. See you. It's 10:49. See you in 10 minutes. Night, everyone.